if your workout transported you here? What if distraction...
It's time! Week number 2 of the playoffs. Yeah, those playoffs. Let's see what happens. Will the 9.5-point favorite Baltimore Ravens fall into the trap? These two games today have trap game written all over them. I've seen it before. Let me think back to the 1 seeds I've seen lose. My very own Falcons, the 2011 Packers. I know there's more. Oh, the Ravens 4 years ago, 5 years ago, just about. Whatever it's been. It happens. I'm just saying it happens. Wouldn't surprise me to see it happen today, but I'm going to take the Ravens. Something about Houston, though. Maybe they can make a game out of this. That CJ Stroud's just built different. Ravens and Texans played way back in week 1, but that was a lifetime ago. That was CJ Stroud's very first game. And the Ravens beat, I think it was, 20-6 or something? It wasn't like, I can't remember what the score was. Ravens won handedly, but I remember thinking that, wow, the Ravens should have massacred the Texans, but they didn't. Couple of interesting rematches this week. This game, as well as Detroit, Tampa Bay, and Buffalo, Kansas City. So we got some regular season rematches here. And I feel like they're going to be substantially different. Oh, God, I started my stream too soon. Forgot they're going to do the anthem and shit. Get on with it, dipshits! Ravens wearing purple jerseys, black pants. Too many syllables for white people to be comfortable with her singing the national anthem, but she's doing it anyway. I just found out I'm getting a Baconator. Wendy's, proud sponsor of not this stream or the NFL playoffs, but I'm getting a Baconator anyway. I see it snowed in Baltimore the last couple of days, but of course not on game day, because we can't have any fun. Play like a Raven. That's their motto.
A-10s from the 104th Fighter Squadron of the Maryland Air National Guard. It is starting to ramp up inside this stadium. Pressure starting to mount. Just a few minutes away from the start of this AFC divisional matchup here in Baltimore.
Let's get it. I'm ready. I've been ready. I've been ready since I woke up way too early this morning. I was born ready. Ravens could have been some gangsters and wore all black, but they went purple on black. I'll accept it. According to analytics, the Ravens have an 83.5% chance of winning. I'm not going to do the Scott Steiner math promo on that, but I'd say the Ravens should be heavily favored. I was kind of shocked to see they gave the 49ers the same 9.5 point spread for that game later. I have no idea what this cringy Monday Night Football intro sounds like because I mute it every week. There you go.
So,
Who's here? State your name and identify yourself.
ESPN presented by Intuit TurboTax. Houston Texans won the toss, and they want the ball.
There's your coach of the year right there, D'Amico Ryans. 10-7 in the regular season. Stomped the Browns 45 to whatever last week.
Bobby Slowick and John
Harbaugh and the Ravens.
won it all. That was back in 2012. He's in his
Since that Super Bowl win, the Ravens have honestly been underachievers.
playoffs.
It's time to get over the hump.
But he and Lamar trying to get off that
Got to get over the hump here. 1-3 in the playoffs
AFC championship.
since Lamar Jackson came to town. Lost to the Chargers, lost to the Titans as the 1 seed, beat the Titans, but then lost to the Bills. So yeah, they're 1-3 with Lamar, and then they were 1 and done last year. They lost to the Bengals with Huntley playing quarterback.
We know that. It's January 20th, and it is windy.
It's a cold, windy day.
They're trying to figure
Not Justin Tucker weather, but that man can kick in anything.
quarterbacks and these two place kickers. Justin Tucker for the Ravens, as good as there has ever been, and Kahimi Fairbairn on the other side for the Houston Texans. There's Tucker getting set to let it fly, and
I got a Baconator on the way. I'm excited. Let's roll.
Playoff weekend. Steven Sims, who's been up 3 games and back up for this playoff game.
Monday night on a Saturday night, or Saturday evening. Hope you guys like the GTA 4 stream today. I had fun doing it.
Wind and knocked the ball off the tee, so
Let's go.
again, Troy
Fuck off, wind.
did a job when he was playing in the NFL. Holding that ball for the kicker will have to happen. Nobody ever wanted me to do that job. I mean, it's
And we're off. Texans get the ball first. Baltimore's defense really strong through most of the regular season, especially towards the end of the year.
Southern California.
What they did to Miami was probably illegal in some countries
To the playoffs, and he's the
back in the regular season to clinch the 1 seed.
years to start the playoff game. Yeah, I know last week was his first playoff game, but I credit him for 2 wins because that Week 18 game against Indianapolis.
Current temps 27 degrees, feels like 13. So compared to Kansas City last week, it's a heat wave.
Standing last week against Cleveland. Tight formation to start the day.
Singletary, no, denied by Jadeveon Clowney.
Jadeveon Clowney was in there, the former Houston Texan.
Drafted by the Houston Texans originally.
There's Bobby Bobby Slowick.
Jadeveon Clowney.
He is a hot head coaching candidate. He has turned to Devin Singletary as his feature back, and there's the offensive line that's undergone changes at center and left guard throughout the season. They're terrific at left tackle with Tunsil.
Back to the drawing board. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10, first throw.
You well defended by Ronald Darby.
As he knocked it away from Nico
Woo!
Collins, it's 3rd and 10.
Baltimore's got some energy on this defense.
Darby is getting the start today because
Marlon Humphrey is out, so Ronald Darby's starting in his place,
experience under his belt in his 9-year career.
covering Nico Collins.
Playoff football, making his 5th
That was nice.
start, and he's all over that.
Darby was one of those guys that made my life miserable in those playoff games with the Eagles.
And Ronald Darby comes up and makes a nice play.
3rd and 10 on the road early, no momentum. Here's a blitz. Patrick Queen. Stroud steps up. He's going to run. Oh,
Won't get the first down. It's 3 and out.
gain of about 6. 4th down. Thought the Ravens had that so well covered.
Was there defending by the end of it, but that is a good start.
3 and out.
This Ravens defense had had a tremendous
Ravens are playing like a 1 seed here. 3 plays in.
And it opens up right in the middle then for CJ
God, when it opened up, I thought Stroud was easily going to have a first down.
when these two teams open the season up against each other right here. CJ Stroud was under a lot of pressure during that game. He was sacked 5 times. He was hit a number of other times on drop back, and they came after him then. And they
That 1 seed, you win 2 home games or in the AFC Championship. There's a line drive of a kick to Duvernay, who is dangerous. Won't get far.
by Houston downfield. 53-yard line drive punt and a 10-yard return as D'Angelo.
Here comes Lamar, one of my favorite players to watch. Growing up a big Michael Vick fan, I got a soft spot for Lamar. He's just Michael Vick on steroids.
There's no team that asks more of their quarterback than the Ravens do with Lamar Jackson. Yeah, and he has delivered, of course. He's had an outstanding year. Many believe, and I do as well, that he'll be voted as the league MVP. He's got a lot of things in his favor this year. They've opened up the offense a little bit more. They upgraded the wide receiver position, and Lamar Jackson has been the beneficiary.
These AFC South teams have given him headaches in his career.
Ricard in motion.
Ooh.
Jackson will keep.
Good cut by Lamar there.
Get
That was a fake handoff, fake flip to a wide receiver, and then he ran for 5.
Stop. Todd Monken, his first year as the offensive coordinator here with the Ravens. He's got Edwards as his feature back. Justice Hill was out there to start the day. Zay Flowers is their rookie wide receiver.
This is a really good offensive line, too.
There's the faces attached to the bodies of that very good offensive line. Zay Flowers opened up the year against the Texans as the most targeted guy for Baltimore, and it's continued throughout the entire season. Not Mark Andrews, who's not playing.
Lamar hanging on the ball a little too long, but he finds Flowers for a first. And a 7.
Christian Harris with pressure on Lamar Jackson, and Jackson delivered a perfect pass. Yeah, so you've got the Texans.
And the Ravens get the first down.
Pressure off the edge. They bring Desmond King. Zay Flowers is lined up in the slot. Now he's one-on-one on the safety, and that's a tough job. He's just trying to keep Zay Flowers from going over the top, and so you stay deep, keep everything in front of you, but an easy completion nevertheless for Lamar Jackson. Here's a
Flip to Hill.
running right.
Maybe a yard.
Defense that is coordinated by the head coach, D'Amico Ryans. He calls this defense 14th overall, good against the run.
I like when a head coach calls one side of the ball. I've always been a fan of that.
Level with Denzel Perryman in
Hope
the middle.
Belichick does that in Atlanta.
Very good year. And then the defensive backs, as Derek Stingley Jr. has become a really good young player in this league. And Derek Stingley he'll be working this week towards Zay Flowers more times than not. He'll line up to his side in this ball game.
Ooh, Lamar hanging on to the ball, hanging on to the ball. And he gets around the edge. And he's going to get a right at a first down. Depends on where they mark it. The most impossible player to defend that I've ever seen.
This is where Lamar Jackson is so dangerous. Even when you think you have
Yeah, you think they're locked up. The coverage is good. They push him to the edge, but he gets around the corner.
and the challenge for every team when you're facing
They give him the first down. So that's 2 first downs for the Ravens.
Those types of plays that extend drives. No one's had the answer to that yet. No.
Fake to Hill. Good protection this time. Woo! Odell Beckham gain of 12 and a first down. Odell sat out last game of the year. Like a lot of the Ravens starters, the majority of them did sit out. Kind of threw that game against Pittsburgh. Because I don't think anybody was worried about Pittsburgh making the playoffs and making any noise.
Last time we saw Odell Beckham Jr. in the postseason, he was playing for the Rams in the Super Bowl. Got off to a great start. And then tore his ACL. It's been a long road back.
Oh, boy. Oh, man, what a tackle by Christian Harris. I've seen Lamar make so many guys look stupid doing that exact play. That was unbelievable. Yeah, that was mind-blowing. That's what you'd prefer.
Jackson has to work with. Even he's upset, banging his helmet with his hands. But Christian Harris is coming off a huge game. Last week in that wild card win against Cleveland, had a pick 6 and a sack. He has really come on to end this year. Petrie trying to time.
There's a blitz. Oh man, that's a lot of contact on Edwards, and there's no flag. Crowd boos. I kind of agree. My instincts tell me that might have been a hold or something. Letting them play. As we like to say when they're just not calling shit they're supposed to call. And the crowd sees the replay and gets even more fired up. 3rd and 12.
Todd Monken told us critical games, Lamar wants the ball in his hands. So
3rd and 12.
read options. You'll see the read option, and more times than not, he's going to pull it out of there.
And a blitz. Oh, clobbered. Completes the pass to Bateman. And they're going to try the field goal. It's windy. I don't know. I'd go for this. I would go for this. Why wouldn't you go for this? It's 3 yards or less. I'd go for it. That was a great throw while he got hit. They're going to let Tucker try it. They have a 53-yarder here, and it's kind of a breezy day. Tone setter here. Right down the middle. I would have went for it. But they take the 3. They got the points. 3-0 Baltimore. But I would have went for it.
This season, Harbaugh trusts him. The 3-0 Ravens.
Bend but don't break. Ravens should have went for that. I'm not expecting a cakewalk, but maybe it's just me being cocky. I'd have went for that 4th and 3 there. Because that's a win for Houston. Yeah, they went 3 and out, which sucks, but they held Baltimore to 3. That's a win for Houston. Everybody's making fun of how the ESPN panel unanimously picked Baltimore to win. Jaguar Gator 9 said, well, congratulations, Texans, on your first ever AFC Championship appearance. Warner Brothers has put the Batman Arkham trilogy on Switch on sale for $35. However, still no update on a patch for Arkham Knight to fix the bugged Riddler trophies which prevent the completion of the game.
The divisional playoffs on ESPN presented by Intuit TurboTax. Ravens have the first points of the game. Justin Tucker able to knock it through from 53. Lamar Jackson accounted for 40 of the 41 yards on that first possession. And then
You just want to get to that. You're not going to be able to rest until the 49ers take the field. Or really until the 49ers game is done, right?
And you're John Harbaugh, you don't hesitate.
I'd have went for it. Call me crazy. I'm in a rare mood today.
With the wind swirling the way that it is.
Ravens play it safe early.
It is a rarity what the Houston Texans have been able to accomplish with a rookie head coach and a rookie starting quarterback in the playoffs. They won last week, and they are the, since 1950, third combo. Mark Sanchez and Rex Ryan and Joe Flacco and John Harbaugh back in 2008, the team that ended up in the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, and it's not like sometimes when a rookie quarterback will go to an already built team. You know, later in the first round, this was a team that won 3 games. So for him to turn it around, or both
Play action.
to turn around the way they have, even more impressive.
Good throw underneath the Singletary. Near a first down. Yep, they give it to him.
And that is the first down of the game for the Texans.
Texans have done a nice job. They weathered the storm. The Ravens came out. The crowd was fired up. They were fired up. Texans quelled that momentum for now.
Points allowed, sacks, and takeaways. They can beat you a lot of ways.
Yes, they can, and they don't give up big plays either. And so it's hard to move the football against this group. You don't get the big chunks, and they're really good on third down as well. They're great in the red zone. They are strong across the board.
Hit them with a run. Little hesitation there and costs them.
Stood up at the line of scrimmage, lost one man. Abike, who's had a tremendous season.
So that's a problem so far. Houston seems to have no ability to run.
This group, there are teams that have been able to come in and run the football against Baltimore. That has not been a strength for this Texans offense, and it looked like there was a little bit of trouble.
Stroud almost dropped the snap.
There between Dieter and Stroud.
Screen, Nico Collins. No fucking help in front of him. 3rd down and 9.
Was Hamilton.
Just a poorly drawn up play there.
Flying up in a gain of just 3. A lot of times when you throw that route, you have one guy that you have to beat. And it's up to that receiver then, in this case Nico Collins, to make a guy miss. But when it's Kyle Hamilton that you're having to try to make miss, that doesn't happen very often. It's why he's an all-pro safety. No huddle for the Texans on third.
No huddle. Pressure. He gets away. Throws a wobbler down the field, and it's caught.
And a big completion.
Wow. That was like the shittiest throw ever, but it was accurate.
26.
Right on the money.
Patrick Queen was back in coverage. Well, they look initially like they might break through. They drop 1, they rush 4, and they are able to get to Stroud. He's able to extend.
Texans moving down the field now into scoring range.
One-on-one with Queen, lays it up, and able to convert.
And a flag. False start. They're going backwards.
Who just got 26 yards on 3rd and 8.
Full start. Offense number 78. Right here penalty. First down.
It's a 4-time Pro Bowl left tackle, Laramie Tunsil.
Laramie Tunsil, he moves a little bit early, backs them up, and he is coming off a huge game last week. And in fact, fact that he had to block an all-pro in Myles Garrett does an excellent job. You see that he gets going a little bit early, but he's as good.
I love that both games today have big-time underdogs.
Great one playing tonight, too, in Trent Williams of the 49ers. Here
Good throw, Dalton Schultz, and tackled out of bounds. I thought the ref was reaching for his flag for a second. That's what I thought. Dalton Schultz is wondering why he didn't pick it.
Well, you see in Stroud, he's had bodies around him. A lot of
That was a
pressure,
little late.
as I mentioned, going back to week 1, he was under a lot of pressure in that game. This game plan's a little different today than it was week 1 with Bobby Slowick. You can see Jadeveon Clowney, he's able to press the pocket inside, but a lot of quick passing, get the ball out of Stroud's hands. Probably won't see as many deep shots because it's an area where Baltimore has been so good, they just don't give you many chances.
Blitz off the edge. That might be intentional grounding. That's intentional grounding. He was in the pocket and there was nobody there. That's grounding. That's intentional grounding. Yeah. Throw the flag. They're talking it over. That's fucking grounding. I'm sorry. He was definitely in the pocket, and there was no receiver. There you go. There's the flag.
There's the flag. Brevin Jordan, the tight end, was to that side, and he was going to help secure the edge. He just never saw Millett coming off the edge.
Intentional grounding. Offense.
Just a free runner off the edge, and yeah, there's nobody there.
From the previous spot. Lost it down. Third down.
3rd and 16.
For the moment, that knocks Houston out of field goal range with that loss of 10.
Yeah, that's a costly penalty.
Where it's 3rd and 16.
Obviously. Take the short option and get back in field goal range here. There's got to be something underneath you can take here. False start.
They shut this
And they go even further back.
Full start.
False start.
You know, Joe, you hear a lot of people talk about the stadiums around the league and how loud they can get. M&T Stadium, Bank Stadium, doesn't get a lot of recognition for the atmosphere here, especially playoff atmosphere, but it is extremely loud. We're seeing it have an impact on this game already with a couple false starts on this drive.
And the 3rd penalty overall on this drive against the Texans, that makes it 3rd and 21. Pressure off the edge.
Ooh, he avoided the edge pressure, lobs it down the field and out of bounds. Looking for Nico Collins. And they get no points. Intentional grounding and a false start, no points.
And force a punt. Madubuike and Clowney had pressure.
Yeah, and again, a 4-man rush, which is pretty typical for Mike McDonald's defense. He's able to scheme a lot of different looks. They run a lot of different stunts up front.
Play field
They give
position.
Simulated pressures and blitz looks, and they typically, however, rush 4, but they've been really effective with it, and they have led the league in sacks this year without having to bring a lot of people, and they've been able to get after Stroud today with a 4-man rush.
Duvernay with a fair catch.
3-0 Baltimore.
Kyle Hamilton, the all-pro. He can play that defense stiffened up.
And some licensed music from a already demonetized channel. Kadarius Toney is out for the Chiefs tomorrow. Well, that's good news for Chiefs fans. I find it funny that a team challenged at wide receiver depth-wise and everything else is like, yeah, you know what, Kadarius Toney, why don't you just sit down? We don't want you out here dropping balls, okay? favorite comment is "Good move, Kansas City." Their chances of victory just went up. For the second week in a row, Kadarius Toney will not play. Bet you he won't be on the roster next year. I thought he was going to get cut early this season. Yeah, it was a frustrating series there. Looked promising. They fucked it up. Not time to panic. It's only 3-0.
The national championship game, John Harbaugh was at NRG Stadium in Houston to cheer on little brother Jim. Said I just saw him in a moment there. He was by himself. I wanted to give him a hug, and Jim is here at the stadium today.
Jim wearing Ravens gear, the team that cost him a Super Bowl.
On a cold day in Baltimore between interviews, I guess. Yeah.
Harbaugh's interviewed with the Falcons twice, by the way. He and Belichick have both interviewed twice.
Football coach. He's won everywhere he's been, beginning when he began his coaching career at San Diego, the University of San Diego. But
Second possession for the Ravens.
Here is
And Edwards breaks a tackle for 4.
scrimmage by Sheldon Rankins, but still able to get a 4-yard pickup on the carry to start this drive.
Well, we know the challenge of trying to slow down this run game for the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson, of course, being a big part of that. He led the team in rushing this year, but even with Gus Edwards and when they bring in Justice Hill, those guys have been effective as well. They lost Keaton Mitchell a few weeks back, and he was really
See what the Ravens can be when Lamar's healthy through an entire season? It's scary.
John Harbaugh has always had a stable of running backs, even in spite of some of the injuries that they've incurred here over the last couple of years.
Here's Hill.
And a 3-yard run. Third down.
The former Eagle was in to make that stop, and not only Keaton Mitchell, but they lost J.K. Dobbins to a torn Achilles week 1 against the Texans. So 2 huge pieces that are not there for this offense, but as John told us, they've been through a lot of injuries over the last few years, and they just keep rolling on, and not much bothers them.
No, they've kind of learned how to deal with those. Keaton Mitchell, he was averaging over 80 yards a carry.
Guys hear John Gruden's going to be the OC for the Saints, possibly? Nobody open on the first read. They got him backpedaling. Holding. Holy shit, that was almost an unbelievable one-handed catch. That would not count because this is holding.
Flag is thrown.
Decline the penalty.
Hold against the Ravens.
They'll make a punt.
John Hussey checks with the Houston sideline, and D'Amico Ryans likely will be declined, and the punt will be forthcoming.
Holding. Offense number 76. Penalty is declined. 4th down.
They get the left guard, John Simpson, who won that job replacing Ben Powers during training camp.
Yeah, it's one of the better offensive lines in football. They've been playing together. And
4th and about 2.5. Well, from this field position, it's absolutely a punt.
3rd and short, be able to make a stop and force this punt. Going to get pretty good field position now for their offense.
So that ball came off weird. A flag flies. And we'll see where they mark this ball out.
Flag in the middle of that.
It is being marked on Baltimore side of the 50, but a flag is down.
Not a great punt.
As that punt headed straight into the wind. And it's just a 27-yard punt by Jordan Stout.
During the kick, holding, receiving team.
Holding on Houston, that's going to cost them a little bit.
That 10-yard penalty will be enforced from the end of the kick. 1st down. Timeout.
Still basically at midfield.
So hold by Chris Boyd as he took down Dan Chisena. Texans ball down 3.
I think the Ravens got a little conservative with their second down play call. I think it came back to haunt them there. Not saying be super aggressive, but of course I was the one saying they should have went for it on that 4th and 3 when they settled for 3. Not really eating anything. I'm chewing on ice. Leftover ice from our Bojangles trip this morning. Be eating Wendy's soon. Not super hungry, but I could eat.
Yesterday, you could see it blanketing the city. Today's aerial coverage brought to you by Goodyear. We can report that the playing surface, the field, is in great condition here at M&T Bank Stadium. 3-0, third possession for the Texans.
Houston at their own 45.
So far through the first 2 possessions have just handed off 3 times.
Yeah, they've been backed up, too. They've been started the previous 2 drives on the 20.
Caught a break with the lousy punt and the holding call.
Basically midfield, Bobby Slowick. He can open things up, feel a little bit better about that call sheet.
Here is a handoff.
And Houston cannot run the ball. Clowney is wrecking shop in the middle of that defensive line.
Overall pick by the Texans back in 2014. Puts an exclamation point on that tackle.
Yeah, they're going to get right back on the line of scrimmage. He just works right.
Houston going up tempo.
Big play.
Screaming off the edge. Tunsil got beat. Oh, no! Dalton Schultz had it in his hands and he dropped it. Oh, man.
It was there, and now 3rd and 10.
Yeah, it was there, and this Ravens defense, they have been hopefully sticking.
Oh, Cowboy, we used to do NASCAR races in the GTA 4 multiplayer around that exact road you're talking about. The big oval around the parking lot airport. Or the airport parking lot, excuse me. Yeah, we used to race that all the time.
For this Texans team this year, coming from Dallas, and a missed opportunity for him.
Ravens playing without their top corner, Marlon Humphrey as well.
3rd and 10.
But a good
Screen.
Here's Collins.
It's all on Collins. Oh, got the first.
And they're going to mark Nico Collins
Take advantage of the Ravens' over-aggressiveness on defense there.
for a first down.
That was a great play.
Smith, who's unblocked right in Stroud's
You get the Texans are having to fight, scratch, and claw for every fucking yard. False start
false start. This time by George Fant.
on George Fant.
Full start. Offense over 77. 5-yard penalty. First down.
You know, they had such a clean game last week against Cleveland. Just 3 penalties in that entire ball game for 20 yards. And were very efficient. And
Texans are really killing themselves here. They can't run the ball, and they're getting penalties on offense. They're playing solid enough defense, but they can't run, and they got to stop these penalties.
Boy, that makes it tough when you're constantly behind the sticks.
Play action from a team that can't run. Dime to Dalton Schultz for a first.
On a one-year deal, he has been
To the Ravens 30.
for the rookie quarterback in a gain of 22.
Oh, it's so good. You've got him working against a corner as well. You see how he gets Ronald Darby turned around because he
Schultz is a great player.
threatens that he's gonna go
Really
by
underrated.
him or to the inside and keeps it vertical.
Cowboys could have used him last week.
That break creates the separation.
Wouldn't have helped, let's be honest. Screen, and Singletary can't get away. He's had a lot of purple all over him today. It's like he's wearing a Ravens jersey every time he touches the ball.
Take some shots against Cleveland. A really good defense, number 1 pass defense, and they hit a number of those plays. They've been very explosive over the last 2 weeks. This is a little bit different because I mentioned that Baltimore doesn't give up the big plays, and so Bobby Slowick, the offensive coordinator, who's done a great job as a play caller, that the big plays are going to come more in the intermediate area. You're not going to have the deep shots down the field, and a lot of the times they're going to have to catch and run.
Fake the screen. Fake the screen again. Throw over the hole! Oh!
By
Hamilton
Hamilton.
dropped that interception 3 different times. What a great read. But what happened to his hands? Look at this. Fake the screen. Fake the screen. Got you over the middle. Nope.
Travis Jones.
Woo!
Because if this ball gets on Brevin Jordan, only Kyle Hamilton is there to make a play. And Jordan, we saw the speed that he
Mark that down for later, because if the Texans don't have a negative play here, they're going to get a field goal attempt out of this.
but it was set up for a pretty nice play.
Play clock down 2-1. Delay of game.
And now penalty flag shuts this play down.
Another penalty.
Talked about the crowd noise here at M&T Bank Stadium. This is George.
Home field advantage. Bye week. Rested, fresh players fired up and ready to go.
You knew that was going to be an issue. And I think also in addition to that, we are seeing, I think some of the nerves of this Houston team playing this playoff game on the road.
Home field means more in football than it does in any other sport. Stroud on the run. Don't take a sack. Throws it in the dirt. All right. Be about a 50-yard field goal if they want to try it. Pretty sure they got the wind at their backs. Another drive partially derailed by penalties.
From Hawaii, kicking on this very cold, windy day in Baltimore and about to attempt a 50-yard drive.
Wind's really blustering now. And it's money. Good kick. 3-3.
That ties the game at 3, and we're back in 30
Gotta go
seconds.
see if my food's here. ladies and gentlemen. We have a Baconator, fries, and spicy nuggets. We're living large.
Windy and cold temperature in the 20s, so they got ready for this a little bit, at least more so than they might have some other year, getting ready for a trip to Baltimore.
Well, I was in Texas during the week. It wasn't a whole lot different from what we're getting today. So, yeah, you're right. I mean, the Arctic front in Texas hit at the right time. Fairbairn, he's had a nice year.
Delicious Baconator.
Year, and it was from 50 plus. So
That's a lot of bacon.
you know, this
And it ain't no damn pretzel Baconator either. We're not pussies around here.
Short kick, Duvernay from just inside the 10 to the 24. Well, Lamar Jackson is back to work. He has reeled in tons of individual.
I like them square hamburgers.
Three-time Pro Bowler, two-time first-team All-Pro, front runner to win his second MVP award, but he and the Ravens are just 1-3 in the postseason, and he is still trying to catch that elusive Lombardi Trophy. Super Bowl 58 coming up in Las Vegas, and the top-seeded Ravens trying to get their stride in this divisional game against this Texans defense.
Good protection, nobody open. And he's got a huge gain. Woo!
It was right up the middle of the field and all the way across the 45 for 23 yards.
End of the first quarter.
Best scrambler in the National Football League statistically. And
Whenever I eat a Baconator, I feel like I'm eating way too much.
he goes. He goes. 3-3 game.
Please stop with the shitty trap music. Every time I eat a Baconator, you know what I think of? I think of playing Arkham Asylum. Because for whatever reason, back when I was playing that game, when I was a teenager, we were eating a lot of Wendy's. It's hard eating this with a playoff beard.
Take those guys to cover the spread. The weather gets cold.
Oh, for fuck's sake. We returned for commercial to show you this commercial.
To end the first, Ravens' longest play of the game, and it sets them up with a first down at their own 47. 3-3 game. They fake the handoff to Hill, and now
Good little sidearm throw from Lamar, but goes nowhere.
Dumped is Gus Edwards by Desmond King. And a loss of 1. Let's go back to that run that ended the first quarter.
Yeah, Lamar scrambling has already been a factor in this game. Denzel Perryman.
For a second, I thought Lamar was going to score on this play at the end of the first quarter.
Jackson is he moves up in the pocket. You see the man coverage. And man coverage is not something that the Texans play a lot of. In fact, they play the second most zone coverage in the NFL coming into this game. And when you play man coverage against a quarterback like Lamar Jackson, you're going to see a lot more of those types of runs if it continues.
Blitz. They pick it up. Zay Flowers, first down.
Zay Flowers, he is really quick and he can run. So he gets off the ball. Now he's past Derek Stingley, but he's trying to get to the outside. So somehow he's got to get Stingley past him so that he can run the out route and give Jackson a place to go with the football. You know, that's a little bit of a challenge. You want to use speed to get open, but sometimes then you get on top of the defender and it becomes a little bit tough. But he does a really nice job of being able to get him past him and still get to the sidelines for the completion.
Third wide receiver off the board in the draft, 22nd pick overall.
Ooh, what a cut.
A gain of 9. And the Ravens with a little more success running it as we look at this matchup, which we'll watch all night.
Yeah, this is what we will see, that Derek Stingley is traveling wherever Zay Flowers goes. Now, if Flowers lines up in the slot, Stingley will not go with him, but he will be to that side of the field. When he's in man coverage, he'll continue to run with him, but in the zone coverage, if Flowers runs across the field,
run the ball.
Run with him then either, but it's the same style they ran last week against Amari Cooper. That was
there you go. Well, Houston was ready for it, so never mind. I like the call. You just got beat on it.
By those interior guys, Malik Collins. When you asked D'Amico Ryans who has to play great for you guys to win tomorrow, he mentioned the two inside tackles, Sheldon Rankins and Malik Collins.
Texans late getting somebody off the field. And a run for a first down.
Nowhere to be found here as Edwards gets the first down. Gain of 6.
Well, and here's why, Joe, because they run the double teams on both sides. They run the double team here and they double team here. So you've got 4 hands on each of these defensive tackles, and they get movement. You see that there's nobody there until linebacker level, and that's a bit of a concern for D'Amico Ryans coming into this game.
So's that statistic for the Texans. 58 rush yards for the Ravens. 6 for Houston.
Houston has 6 rushing yards.
On first down, Jackson able to complete it as he finds Charlie Cole.
Heard the Ravens make the Super Bowl. Mark Andrews might play.
From getting Mark Andrews back.
Oh, he is coming back next week if they win this. Okay.
Left ankle surgery.
Right as I say that, they mentioned Mark Andrews.
Play past this week. That is a big weapon coming back for the Ravens, and Lamar Jackson, he's as good as there is.
Boy, he sure is. He's one of my favorite players. I still don't think people talk about him enough when they talk about the great tight ends in our league, and yet, you know, he still gets plenty of accolades, but just a terrific player. Pretty surprising. They thought it might be season-ending when he had that surgery, but if the Ravens continue, all signs point to a Mark Andrews return next week.
Dalvin Cook is in the game for the
Whoa.
first time, the former Jet and Minnesota Viking.
Oh, yeah, the Ravens signed Dalvin Cook.
Justice Hill after they
Presumably to do nothing with him like the Jets did.
Yeah, they put Dalvin Cook in the backfield, and how much will we see of him, I'm not real sure.
Dalvin Cook thought he was going to spend a year with Aaron Rodgers and end up playing with Zach Wilson.
And you'd have to believe then that there's something that's going to come off of this if he's back in the game in that same formation.
Third and 5. Lamar spotted a lane to the 3. First and goal.
You're going to see what Lamar Jackson sees as he drops back, and it opens up. Nobody's got eyes on him once again. And what they do a great job of, Baltimore, is once, Lamar Jackson runs so often that once the skill players see that, they immediately turn around and then they become blockers for him.
Here is Edwards.
Oh, Edwards dogpiled.
Big year scoring touchdowns, 13 touchdowns, 11 of which were from 3 yards and in. He loses one here. As Sheldon Rankins got through and was the first guy to hit him.
Well, and this is when they bring in big number 42, Patrick Ricard, and they list him as a fullback. He plays more inline tight end. I would argue he's a sixth offensive lineman because he's 300 pounds.
11th play of the drive.
Second and goal.
Play action. Oh, wide open. Aguilar, touchdown.
To Aguilar for the touchdown.
What took him so long?
Game.
10-3.
Nelson Aguilar, former first-round pick.
We was catching him, unlike Aguilar, but he did catch that one.
His first career.
And again with the shitty rap music. Can you play some NFL Films music as we go to commercial? Not to be a boomer. Saw a guy on YouTube the other day bitching about modern Madden playing like shitty ass stock rap music or shitty license rap music when the old Madden games would play NFL film shit during the loading screens and stuff. We live in a society. Remember what they took from us. We certainly live in a society. These fucking nuggets are spicy, boy. Oh, it's a movie about a dog. That's just really hard to defend when you got a quarterback like that. You have to be almost perfect on every play because you don't know what's coming. It's either going to be a handoff up the gut or a bootleg or a play fake where he fakes the handoff and then he runs it himself. Or they're going to spread you out and fake the two running backs and then fake a screen and then he's got to run it himself. Or Odell's going to be wide open or Flowers going to be what you got to be perfect. Almost every play. I think the only thing that can beat the Ravens is themselves.
It's time for the Arby's free classic roast beef sandwich break. Download the Arby's app and join Arby's Rewards today to get one free classic roast beef. Arby's, we have the meat.
Well, Lamar Jackson had runs of 23 yards and 15 yards on that drive. The 15-yarder set up the touchdown throw to Aguilar.
Much like the Eagles last year, the Ravens can really inflate their rushing numbers with their quarterback.
C.J. Stroud and the Texans trying to answer with under 10 to go in the first half.
Well, you got to believe D'Amico Ryan's over on that sidelines, figuring out what they're going to do to keep Lamar Jackson from scrambling and picking up the yards that he has, because that was the difference on that drive and their ability to get down the field and score that touchdown.
Sims will bring it from just outside the end zone and gets tripped up shy of the 25 by Arthur Mollett.
Lost the crowd going crazy.
Defense back.
Oh, just because the the Ravens fans are feeling it so much that because the defense ran on the field, they roared. How pumped up they are.
Tough environment for the 22-year-old C.J. Stroud.
A little creative play call here to get some running going. Pretty good run.
One of the game for the Texans, and Kyle Van Noy came away from that play looking for a hold on Brevin Jordan in game 7.
Well, we'll see what Bobby Slowick is able to do to kind of manufacture a little bit of offense. I thought in that wild card round last weekend that Bobby Slowick and Matt LaFleur were the MVPs. I thought Matt LaFleur called an amazing game in that win against the Cowboys, and Bobby Slowick.
Matt LaFleur's got to call the game of his life tonight against the 49ers. They're talking about LaFleur right now.
Cleveland Browns, but this is another animal that he
Ooh, look
has
out.
this week.
Here's one for Singletary.
Singletary falls backwards near a first, but I think he's a little short.
First down yardage. As Broderick Washington got out there and made the stop, it's 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, so here in this first half,
Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving.
Stroud under enormous pressure and has not had much time, so the ball's getting out, just trying to do what they can.
Horrible play call. You haven't even rushed for a yard on a play like that tonight. You call that on 3rd and 1? You got to get a little more creative than that. I'm sorry. Based on how this game's been going, that was a horrible call.
Whether or not Laramie Tunsil, if he's late, he should squeeze this. That's what they're trying to do on this left side. And Kyle, he's slow coming off the ball. And Kyle Van Noy, he's able to just split the gap right there and then make a really huge play.
This game could get out of hand now. That's a huge missed opportunity. Get on a 3rd and 1 and not convert.
Waits for the punt from Johnston, end over end.
Go 3 and out and give it right back to an offense that was humming the last time they had it.
45-yard punt. Ravens up 7, right back on offense after a 3 and out, leading this divisional playoff game in Baltimore.
Let's see. We haven't been able to run for shit tonight. Let's hand it off up the gut. Oh, shit. We got blown up and didn't get a yard. What a shock. Adam Harrison from Pawn Stars died. Wow. Remind me to try to give a shit later. I'm kidding. Rest in peace. Best I can do is half a shit. Yeah, Yuki. Now this game is teetering. Definitely in favor of the Ravens. You knew coming into this game, Houston at the very least was going to need to get a field goal every drive to even have a chance. If the Ravens do get up big, don't count Houston out. The Ravens have blown a lot of big leads over the last 3 seasons. The Ravens are experts at blowing leads and losing games they shouldn't lose. Kind of like another bird team. That wears red and black. Texas defense is still okay, but their offense has put them in a bad spot now because now the pressure's really on.
Jackson had when he saw open field in front of him, and he was able to take it. And the fact that nobody defensively has their eyes on him. And I mentioned the amount of zone coverage that Houston likes to run. And with that, you generally have linebackers and everybody at least is looking back on the quarterback. But we've seen a number of runs now, that last drive in particular, where Lamar Jackson has had a lot of room. And then he caps it off, of course, with Nelson Aguilar in the touchdown. But D'Amico Ryans, it's going to look a little bit different going forward. You just can't allow Lamar to have that kind of success on the ground uncontested.
That touchdown throw by Lamar Jackson, the first he's thrown before the fourth quarter in his 4-game
Oh!
playoff.
They sacked him.
Now in his fifth as he's sacked.
Nice. Heinisch.
He had a sack against the Browns, Kurt Heinisch, and he gets one here for a loss of 6.
Well, Houston brings 5, but even here,
It's fucking Alice Cooper eye makeup.
that they're able to get Lamar Jackson to the ground because it looked initially like he was going to escape the pocket. And you can see, I mean, he may have gone 80 yards for a touchdown if the play hadn't have been made there in the pocket.
Second down and 16 as a result. Here's Justice Hill.
This was a dumb play call, but the Ravens are going to get away with it because they're so talented. A draw play on a 2nd and 17.
And we'll send it down to Lisa Salters.
Well, Joe, Lamar Jackson said he believes this playoff run will be different because he's different. He says, I've learned so much. I've learned how I need to win. I've learned that I can do it being myself. I don't have to prove myself anymore, but I want to do it, he said, for these guys and for this team. He said what's happened in the past playoffs, not on his mind, that's over with. This is a group that's ready.
It is a group that's ready. It's a well put together
3rd and 11.
team by Eric DeCosta.
Nothing deep, nothing cheap.
Here is general manager.
Offsides.
Wow. See who gets
There
this.
you go.
King was pointing at Zay Flowers as though he's the one who initiated the movement.
There was some movement on the
I got to talk this over. My gut says offsides.
Either way.
There you go. 3rd and 11 becomes a 3rd and 6.
Well, that makes it a little easier for the Ravens with that 5-yard penalty and another one on the pile for the Houston Texans.
That's a big 5 yards. You're backed up 3rd and long. And now you're on 3rd and 6, 3rd.
I like how Zay Flowers might have initiated movement. Hell, he bumped into Zay Flowers.
That is the 5th pre-snap.
7 penalties for 45 yards. The Ravens sitting at 0 penalties for the moment. False start. Okay. Now we're back to 3rd and 11. Now the Ravens have a penalty.
Full start. Offense. Everybody but the center.
Everybody but the center. Woo! We got one.
John Hussey, when the lights come on, John Hussey is
Everybody but the center.
everybody but the center.
Everybody but him.
Well, he's right.
He's not wrong.
You ever throw that one out there, John?
No, that was not in my repertoire. What's your favorite call,
In
John?
and out, baby. False start. Let's go. Put it down and go. 3rd down and 11. Out of the shotgun.
Lamar buying time, avoids the sack, avoids another sack, avoids another tackle, and he's down. Christian Watson is a machine. And there's a flag.
Lions defense made some plays on that series.
Did I see a flag come in?
No gain on
No,
the play.
okay,
It's
okay.
worked out.
I thought the referee jumped up and threw a flag. I was wrong.
Holding his breath on the
God.
sidelines. Christian Harris, none of this
Miss sack.
in trying to make
Miss sack.
Only imagine how this secondary feels.
Tried to make Watson miss, but Watson wrapped him around the waist.
Stay with their receivers and coverage. It's a good job defensively. They
Texans D keeping them in it.
plays that were close to being something big, but they forced the punt.
Here's
They lived up to the hype. And a great punt return. Look out! Look out!
Steven Sims.
Touchdown, Houston.
No flag.
Woo!
Texans.
Oh, dude, that lane was so narrow, and he just shot up the middle of the field. He's gone. God damn.
Just brought back up to the active roster. And boy, did that pay off. 67 yards, and only Jordan Stout in the middle had the best shot at him here.
He was the only one. He did the best he could. He's right there in the hole. Middle return, and Sims takes it to the house. Well, in a game like this, the offense isn't getting things going. You know, can you make a difference in the kicking game? And the Texans just did.
And we're tied.
And in a way, that's a blessing.
Ravens before
The Texans defense gets to come back on the field, and they're playing way better than the Texans offense. So this could work out. Build some momentum through your defense. God almighty.
7 yards, and D'Amico was there every step of the way. We're tied.
John Harbaugh, former special teams coach of the Philadelphia Eagles, once upon a time. So I know that play particularly made him sick. I'm back. 10-point favorite. Remember, the Ravens were favored by 10. So, even if the Texans don't win, you might make a killing off this game, people, if you bet on Houston to cover. You're looking good so far. Long way to go. Say over and over, this is why we play the games.
The divisional playoffs on ESPN presented by...
This is why you play the game.
10-10 game after the 67-yard punt.
Show the other angle of him cutting up the middle.
Yeah, how about that? You've got a Texans team with 7 penalties, have not been able to run the football less than 100 yards, and they knotted the game up with Steven Sims returning the punt for a touchdown.
We'll talk about tomorrow on Sunday before the Chiefs playoff rematch with the Bills. Patrick Mahomes goes one-on-one with Chris Berman.
What?
Plus, Dan Campbell sits down with Rex Ryan as well as special playoff edition. If you got mossed, Sunday NFL Countdown, the special time taking you right up to kickoff. Tune in tomorrow, 12 Eastern on ESPN. You know that punt return for the touchdown just hits hard with John Harbaugh.
That's what I said. Harbaugh was a special teams coach back in the day. When he got hired to be the head coach of the Ravens, people were like, what? A special teams guy from Philly? So, yeah, that stung.
Not the case right now.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Here is a handoff to Edwards. He is
2 yards.
down by Petrie and Stingley, a gain of 2. Ravens, by the way, have only allowed 5 punt return touchdowns in the 16-year John Harbaugh era. As you look at what the defense did last week with
5 return touchdowns given up in 16 years is a pretty good average.
That is a way to win games when it matters most.
Once every 3 years or so.
It's really a must in that.
I'm from North Carolina. Math is hard. Double check me on that one.
And the offense is having a tough go at it, and the kicking game has been the
They can't get pressure on Lamar consistently. The coverage gave him a chance on this one and forced a bad throw. That was coverage. They're doing a great job in the secondary.
So no
The
ground.
quarterback was out of the pocket, but he did get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. 3rd down.
But it was Christian Harris who came on the
If the
play.
Texans get another 3 and out here, it's huge.
4.40 at the combine. He can run too, and he was there right in the face of Jackson.
He was, and that was a 5-man rush with him. And if you noticed, he had his eyes on
Watson seems to be the answer
on his part
to Lamar Jackson.
He did escape, he was there then to make a play on him, and he's the type of athlete, as you mentioned, Joe, that could.
Ooh, Texans blitz.
A little bit.
Jackson.
Oh, God almighty, off the hands of Aguilar.
Flowers.
Oh, it was Flowers. I saw Aguilar there.
Then drops
I thought that was a guaranteed interception, but it went behind the defender.
It's 3-0
Fourth down anyway.
Ravens in this 10-10 game.
Yeah, you're going to see at the end of this play that you've got the two receivers that run in, right into the same.
I call interceptions like Vince McMahon called matches in the night. 1, 2, 3, he got him! No!
More defenders into that spot as well, and anytime you get a ball tipped like that, fortunate that they didn't give Houston a short field. With
Look at my new champion! No, he got him! No!
He says fair catch.
No punt return that time. Would have been fucking nuts if they got back-to-back.
Third 3 and out of the game for the Ravens, their second straight.
A punt return touchdown given up is essentially a turnover when you think about it. Holy cow.
Hey, the NFL's divisional playoffs continue tonight with the Packers at the Niners on Fox, concluding.
Hey, you got to think, if one seed loses, the other one's bound to win, right? No way they both lose, right?
On CBS.
Last time that happened had to be 2010. The Falcons lost and the Patriots lost. They were the 1 seeds. That's the last time I can remember both 1 seeds losing. It might have happened since, but I can't quite remember.
Tie game, Texans.
Both 1 seeds being 1 and done. Look out, Stroud. Throw it away, throw it away.
Throw it away. Send it down to Laura Rutledge.
Well, Joe, despite some of the offensive struggles for the Texans, there's been no panic.
I see a lot of frustration in the stands for Ravens fans.
Who has been in constant prayer and also communication at times with CJ. At one point, CJ looked up and said, "Love you, it's okay." But I think as parents, we can all relate to what she's going through right now.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. I love the quote by her during the week that she said her son CJ is the most impressive person she's ever met. She's a big
Both teams not shy about sending pressure.
is Hutchinson. And he draws across.
Hard-fought 2-yard gain there.
He's missed the initial tackle, but a gain of just 2, so 3rd and 8 coming up.
This Baltimore defense is so tough that you earn every single yard that you get. I mean, it gets the ball out, and you just see, all these purple jerseys and the physicalness in which they arrive. I mean, they're pounding on him, and you got Hutchinson just doing everything he can to squeak out any kind of yardage.
False start.
Another false
Good
start.
God.
You hold the line in their stance that long.
Full start. Offense number 70. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
In the last 20 years, Ravens opponents have committed 77 delay of game penalties. They've had false starts here. So you talked about the crowd noise. The way this place is constructed, I mean, we're sitting down in the middle of it right now. It is deafening down here by the field.
No, you're battling that. You're battling this great defense. They're showing pressure, and you start getting a little antsy. You don't hear things. You're trying to keep an eye on the ball, and when the ball.
Third and 13.
There's a lot going on for these offensive
And they're holding.
linemen.
He's holding the lineman again.
And not do it too soon.
2-minute warning.
All of us will get a chance to take a break. 2 minutes left in the first half.
Open my window. It's hot in here.
The Texans, Lamar Jackson, and the Ravens. We're tied 10-10.
It's hot in here, bruh.
For Houston when we come back.
Do you guys know that Jim Harbaugh and John Harbaugh were brothers? Hey, they're showing Texans highlights from last week. They could use some of that offensive explosion this week. Right now, it's the only thing holding them back is not having it.
Coming up on the All-State halftime, Ryan Clark's first half reaction. Adam Schefter on the NFL.
Have I been to a loud stadium before? The one NFL game I went to was pretty loud. The Panthers were really good that year, and they were playing the Vikings late in 2017, and it was a pretty rowdy crowd. I was at a Metallica show in Cowboy Stadium. Very fucking rowdy. Fucking a blast to be in.
They sure are. They're high on my list. I have to believe Bobby Slowick here is going to call something where ball comes out quick.
Third and 13. Three-man rush. Stroud might have some breathing room. Oh, Nico Collins! The Ravens got a little too soft there. I don't know why they did that. All game long, they've been getting after Stroud. That time they back way off and give him all the time.
They kept two guys in the backfield. It's the best job of giving C.J. Stroud time in the
Yeah, it was a three-man rush. He had all day.
the backfield. They got the five guys up front to block, and then they give him time so the receivers can get down the field, and they hit Nico Collins.
Texans could get a lead before the half. They could. They're in Ravens territory.
3 timeouts left on each side.
Quick throw. Collins again. Down to the Ravens 30. They got 3 timeouts. They could take their time here.
Gain of 16, and the Texans are moving it.
They're moving, and they started as though they're, you see the little sugar huddle there. They're right up near the ball, and, part of being a good offense is dictating tempo, and that doesn't always mean speeding things up.
Now the Ravens are
Down.
A little off their game.
CJ Stroud in this offense.
See what they call here. They look like they're going to bring pressure. Nope. And the Texans run it to the edge. Gain of 3 and out of bounds. They still got 3 timeouts.
Yeah, that third down conversion again, going back to it, just what they were able to do to shore things up. The Ravens only rush 4, but they've been getting pressure with a 4-man rush, but they block it up, and they get the ball to Nico Collins, and now they're already in field goal range, and with each minute that goes by, after that return touchdown by Steven Sims, as we move through the rest of this half into the second half, the confidence level for this Houston Texans.
You can't let the underdog hang around and build confidence, like Troy is saying. If they were able to go in at half with a lead, they'd feel pretty damn good. Oh, third down.
He pointed to Robert Woods to take off, and the two couldn't connect.
Couldn't connect, and if he just is able to lay the ball a little bit right there, he just gives it a little too much. But if he was able to get it to Woods, he's one-on-one on the safety with a chance to score.
Now it's 3rd and 8 with 40 seconds left. Timeout taken by
Houston calls timeout.
Play clock was expiring.
Avoid it. Watch them still line up and get a false start or something here.
And so we will welcome you inside our broadcast booth. Joe Buck, Troy Aikman, and Megan coming on still applies, especially on the Texans side. And we've seen little glimpses of what C.J. Stroud has been able to do. That completion on 3rd and long was impressive.
It was. It's impressive against any defense, especially one as good as what the Baltimore Ravens are. And I thought that Bobby Slowick did a nice job in terms of being able to block it up and give them a chance, because I really expected the ball would come out quick and maybe it could be a catch and run. But this has been a real defensive battle for the most part. Right now, the Texans, they're in field goal range already. So C.J. Stroud knows he's got that in his hip pocket. Just got to be smart.
Pressure. Forces a quick, inaccurate pass. All right, kick the field goal. Take a lead.
They avoided the negative play. And after that 29-yarder to Nico Collins on 3rd and 13, they set up Fairbairn with a chance to give the lead.
Yeah, so C.J. Stroud's smart. He could have held this a little longer, but you don't want, as a quarterback, he's really showing his maturity.
47-yard field goal for the lead.
Do anything to risk losing the opportunity for that.
47-yard try by Fairbairn.
Ah, it's no good. No good. What a waste. What a waste.
Special teams.
Now the Ravens have 3 timeouts.
They have a punt return for a touchdown. But Fairbairn, after
And the Ravens get the ball to start the second half, if I remember correctly.
misses from 47, still tied.
Not enough teams are aggressive with 3 timeouts. If it's anything less than 45 seconds, they're going to be handoff through, handoff through. the Daily Bugle buildings in GTA 4. You know, if you want to go landmark hunting in a video game, why don't you just play Spider-Man 2? Because they're all there.
Amy Fairbairn has had a great year, but missed that 47-yard try, and as a result, the Ravens have the good field position at their own 37, first time they start with a ball to begin a drive outside their own 25.
With this field position, I expect the Ravens to attack.
And they're well within the range of Justin Tucker with an opportunity to take the lead before half.
Really disappointing for Houston there. Oh, Lamar wanted to go deep. Look out! Sack. God. Now that's unforgivable, taking a sack in that situation.
Sheldon Rankins had pressure up the middle. And
Now you lose 10 yards and about 10 seconds of clock.
Well, this is an excellent job of a pass rush and understanding what they've got to do in order to keep him in the pocket, something they weren't able to do earlier in this game. But they've also made a difference with Christian Harris. They've got him, and he's got his eyes on Lamar Jackson as well now. He's hanging right there with an opportunity. If he gets up inside, that he's going to be there to make a play. But a lot of discipline there by that defense. And Blake Cashman, who has been outstanding this year, not a surprise that he's had the year that he's had, that Christian Harris is having the best year that he's had. When you've got D'Amico Ryans as their head coach and defensive play caller and a fine linebacker himself during his playing career.
Just a whistle for.
Baltimore called the time.
Blitz. Whoa, they got Lamar again! Back-to-back sacks. And Houston calls timeout. They're going to try to force a punt because they had a punt return touchdown earlier.
Taken by the Texans. A loss of 14.
Wow, man, this game is unbelievable how this is going. Houston should be leading right now.
And then you've got Desmond King.
And there's Watson again. He was the first to get to Lamar.
And then coming off that offensive left side, Christian Harris.
Harris, not Watson, excuse me.
Well-orchestrated pass rush these last two
I was thinking Christian Watson. That's not on this team. Harris.
Lions defense flexing here.
Christian Harris. I had a Marty Reed moment. Well, now Houston's put them in a box. They can't kneel it. Houston's sitting on their timeout. Run a draw. And, you know, you should tackle. Timeout, force a punt. Make them punt it. See what happens.
And timeout, the final one of the half, taken by Houston. And the defense for D'Amico Ryans has found something here.
They really have. And the job that he's done for this defense this year, and the worst run defense in all of football last year, he completely turned that around, and it's a unit that just continues to get better, as well as Christian Harris. He's been phenomenal. He's had an excellent.
He's having the game of his life.
Really strong. I talked about the game he had last week against Cleveland. He has been everywhere in this game today. And now they've got him as a spy to keep an eye on Lamar Jackson. And as we mentioned, he has the athletic ability that he can run and really create some damage. And he's been awfully good here in this first half.
Christian Harris, an Alabama linebacker like his head coach. Former second
Ooh,
by the team.
line drive.
Nobody is deep.
Well, that was a waste by Houston. In any event.
He was way up, and that
All right, Houston will take a knee and go to half. 10-10.
basically in the half. 5 seconds left. And a 56-yard punt by Jordan Stout.
Well, we talked about
Lamar's already going to the locker room.
on the Baltimore Ravens, and not just them. I mentioned it before that, you know, when you've had the off week back in the old days, the top 2 seeds got that, but you come in as
Got to
the
be
top seed, there's
pretty frustrating for the Ravens,
the Texans
especially on
are
offense.
playing with house money.
Only put up 10 points. You're sitting here tied with a 10-point underdog.
Things start to get a little bit tight.
It's tense. Troy's talking about that right now. It's tense right now.
Rookie quarterback, the rookie head coach. They've come on the road taking on the top-seeded Ravens. There's his night.
Crowd grows restless.
But it's a 10-10 game at the half. Ravens get the ball to start the second half. Stay tuned. All-State halftime coming up next.
Gonna cook dinner. Well, what's on the menu?
All-State halftime.
Welcome to the All-State halftime with Ryan Clark. I am Scott Van Pelt. We are tied at the half. Ravens to get the ball coming out of the locker room. Let's get a look at this highlight in the first half on a cold day in Baltimore. This rookie campaign for C.J. Stroud's been spectacular. That man expected to be the MVP. He's damaged with his legs, but here has a little time to throw and finds Nelson Aguilar touchdown. At this point, it feels like it's the Ravens who have it in control.
At this point, it feels like Lamar Jackson has shown up and his team is going to show out.
He has been lethal when running, but here he can't because who's that man?
Christian Harris of University Laboratory School.
He has been all over the field, and after they get that stop, Steve Sims, how critical are the off-schedule plays in playoff
You
games?
have to have these plays when you're the underdog playing on the road, Scott. A huge turnover, a huge special teams TD keeps you in the game tied at halftime.
Yep, Sims goes 67. D'Amico, his defense has sacked Jackson 3 times. They pressured him 11 times. It's a tie ball game. Going into this locker room, this Texans team at this point right now feels what?
You feel excitement. You feel encouraged, right? You're now in the football game. Now all of the pressure goes to the number 1 seeded Baltimore Ravens, who have had these mishaps, had these mistakes, missteps in the playoffs before.
Troy just alluded to it a moment ago. When you are that 1 seed and you've had these situations kind of fall apart,
Yeah.
how difficult does the air become to find, man?
It's extremely difficult because a lot of the principles are still the same in the Baltimore Ravens locker room. John Harbaugh, Lamar Jackson, you've been here before, and you understand that these games can be lost. But if you're CJ...
Yeah, the Ravens know better than anybody about not beating teams you should beat fairly easily.
Field goal, the Texans needed
So this is
really gotten after
familiar territory for the Ravens.
Ravens faced a really important first drive to start this second half. Chance to try to put themselves back out in front. The nightcap tonight where weather could be a factor.
Oh yeah, it might rain tonight in Santa Clara,
Let's go 49ers.
just north of San Francisco.
Stadium. Supposed to rain a little bit. We've seen this 10 different times through the years. Jordan Love trying
Football is meant to be played in the
You
elements.
don't look as cold as we are.
No, he feels all right. He feels all right. You just get him some rain gear, he'll be fine. And Brock Purdy had 20 days to get rested up. The old rest versus rust question. Man, they've got some weapons to work with,
Yeah,
Ryan.
when you look at this team, how can the Green Bay Packers stop the weapons of the San Francisco 49ers, especially in between the numbers where Brock Purdy loves to work, and we've seen the safeties and the linebackers of the Green Bay Packers be taken advantage of.
It's such a default question about rest versus rust, but the team that Green Bay comes in, hey, like, we got one under our belts. How big a deal is that?
I think it's a big deal, not only for Green Bay, but for Jordan Love. This is Jordan Love's first opportunity at being a playoff quarterback. You go on the road to Dallas and play that well, leave that place with a win, you have confidence going into the next game.
We certainly have seen that play out in the first 30 minutes here with Houston in the exact same situation that Green Bay will be in on the road against the 1 seed. Here, we've got a tie ball game for the moment. When we continue here from Baltimore.
I'm going to run to the bathroom. I'll be right back. they talking about?
For a number of coaches who were involved in games here, with interviews coming up as they coaching hires really probably heat up next week. But we know that the Raiders have got their man.
Well, they named Antonio Pierce their new head coach, Scott. They did that on Friday. Now the question is, who will the Raiders hire as GM? That decision is expected
Dylan's on the way.
early this week. As for Jim Harbaugh, who was in contention for that Raiders job, the Raiders were looking at him. He's talking to the Chargers and the Falcons. He could wind up meeting later this week with the Atlanta Falcons, who should not be ruled out as a potential landing spot. But we're not expected to get anything, a decision from Jim Harbaugh until the end of this upcoming week. If then, a person in play in Atlanta is Bill Belichick. He completed his second interview with the Falcons officials on Friday after meeting earlier in the week with the Falcons owner Arthur Blank.
This is tough.
Needs to get information just as they do,
Because
but both sides have spent
in my head,
a lot of time
I feel like the Falcons should go with Harbaugh. But how could you pass on a chance to have Bill Belichick come in and coach your football team? Harbaugh will be a little more long-term. Belichick be 4 to 6 years tops, probably, given his age. But who knows? I'm not going to be disappointed whoever they get if it's one of those two.
Nick Sirianni, meetings continue to go on between the Eagles and their head coach, but they lost on Monday night. He's still the head coach now. And so the signs continue to point to Nick Sirianni returning. Nothing official. Conversations ongoing. There are expected to be changes on the defensive side of the football. But right now, Nick Sirianni still has a job, and it's trending to staying that way, Scott.
Adam, thanks so much. 4 huge games this weekend and some big-time decisions coming in the weeks to come on the head coaching front. We're tied up here in Baltimore. The Sims touchdown from 67 yards out, giving the Texans a lot of belief. The Ravens get the ball coming out of the locker room on a chilly day in Baltimore.
Thank you for watching the All-State Halftime.
What's up, Cowboy? He's a rehire. My worst fear was, oh, God, they're going to rehire Dan Quinn. God damn it. Now the coughing wants to start. Oh, come on, get the second half. Put the kiss robe on. I'm ready to relax.
As we get set for the second half here in Baltimore. It's a 10-10 game. We'll welcome you inside the broadcast booth. Joe Buck, Hall of Famer Troy Aikman. If there was pressure on Lamar Jackson coming in with a career playoff,
it's hot now. It's a close game.
Playoff game yet in his career. There's even more on him now because the Texans came to win this game tonight.
No doubt, and you begin feeling more of that pressure when things aren't going the way you want them to offensively. Early on, he was able to run, and we saw that. He's the leading rusher with 50 yards rushing in the first half. But after they scored that touchdown, there were adjustments that were made by D'Amico Ryans, and they were able to put the spy on him. They started blitzing more than they had. Really, D'Amico Ryans is not known for bringing a lot of pressure, but he started dialing up the pressures. It kept everything in the pocket, kept Lamar in the pocket. They haven't been able to run the football, so the frustration...
Ramen and you and your damn rotisserie. The rotisserie. Returnable kick for Duvernay. He's at the 30. He's across the 40. He's near the 45 and out of bounds. I might kickstart the Ravens here.
John, your defense has kept their offense out of the end zone, and yet it's a tie game. What do you need to get done on this opening drive to start separating yourself?
Well, it's a nothing game, basically, a playoff game. We got to get a little something going on offense. I think
He's right. It's basically nothing.
hard on defense, maybe a turnover here or there, that help us.
You predicted that Lamar was going to have a monster game. How do you think he's playing so far?
I think Lamar's playing great. We just keep playing. It's playoff football. We're fighting like they are. Let's see what happens.
All right, thank you, Coach. Guys.
Playing great. The Ravens have gone 3 and out on 3 straight drives for a total of -7 yards, and Lamar's been sacked 3 times in those drives. At least 3 times that I can count. Aguilar, gain of 8, maybe 9.
King, they're defending for the Texans.
This becomes one of those drives, I believe, for Baltimore because of the fact that they have started this drive with such great field position that, they've got to do more than just come away with 3 points. And take the ball, drive it the length of this field, and come away with a touchdown. And
Week 1 was a long time ago, and that's the last time these two teams played.
That they lost in that half.
Second down and 1.
Wide open, likely. Ooh, what a stiff arm. Stiff arm for an extra 10 yards on that one. And just like that, the Ravens were close to scoring. And Christian Harris is down.
Slow to get up.
Well, there's Isaiah Likely. He's going against Desmond King, and King just not, you see Likely with the size advantage, and he's just got his arm up in King's headgear. But Christian Harris, this is a big injury with him down on the field right now with all that he has meant to this defense.
Ravens have run 2 plays, and they have the ball inside the Houston 30. But the Texans focus.
Things are happening fast here for Baltimore.
Second-year, third-round pick from Alabama,
It's like they said, enough playing around.
Jog off the field a bit. Maybe signaling to his sideline that all is well.
Well, that is a good sign for sure.
The ball at the Texans 27.
Straight quarterback run.
This out of the game. They run it with Lamar Jackson.
Texans played that well enough.
First down as we send it down to Laura.
And Lamar is yelling at one of his own linemen.
The defensive adjustments that you heard Troy talking about, and he said one of the main things that he emphasized to this defense is just to hunt the quarterback. He said no matter what, everybody run toward him. Don't give him time to make any decision, whether it's throw or pass. That'll continue to be an emphasis. And we'll check on the injury status down here as well.
Laura, thank you. Second down and 7.
Blitz. Not going to get there.
Pass is caught. First down Ravens. That's
Bateman
Bateman.
for 12.
Well, they're going to try to bring the blitz. The only problem is when you bring it from that deep, it's hard to get to the quarterback. And so here he comes. Like it was Petrie.
Thought that ball was tipped for a second.
You've got Steven Nelson out there one-on-one.
Oh my God, it went right between his hands.
I thought he maybe got even a hand on it, but goes right
That was a laser.
through his hands.
That was one of Lamar's best throws.
An incompletion and a pretty nice pickup. Christian Harris back in.
And
End zone.
oh no!
Leaders Petrie.
Should have been intercepted. It was dropped. Petrie should have had an interception. Lamar's getting frustrated.
Petrie because
Oh
initially
man.
he is in coverage.
I saw it disappear. I was like, oh no, it's intercepted. Then I saw it roll out. I was like, oh, he dropped it.
Comes off the ball. He's covering him, but he feels it, and then he comes off. Actually, he came off of it to get underneath Isaiah, but that's just a really nice play by Petrie getting his hands on the ball.
Ugh.
This is the
That would have been the most clutch play of the playoffs so far.
it's been as a defensive play caller in the NFL. 2 years in
Lamar's going to run. He's got a lane. Touchdown, Lamar Jackson. Rolling through the end zone.
touchdown Ravens.
Damn near threw a pick and then comes right back and runs it in. Momentum swings back to the home team.
Of the second half couldn't have gone any better for John Harbaugh's team and Lamar Jackson.
No, that was really good. They came out, they opened up and threw the ball and were able to get some completions, get a little momentum going, and then cap it off with Lamar Jackson on the keeper.
17-10.
Number 8, Lamar was 3 for 4 for 37 yards and had the 15-yard touchdown run. So good with the ball in his arm.
As soon as he crossed the line of scrimmage, I knew that was a touchdown. What do you want, Ozzy? When Dylan gets here, he'll open the door.
presented by Intuit TurboTax. Lamar Jackson accounting for 52 of the 55 yards on that touchdown drive. Took it in from 15 yards out. He's thrown for
Hey, Odell hasn't had a catch in forever.
for one, and the Ravens back on top by 7. Steven Sims waits for the kick. Takes a knee. We go back and take a look at that touchdown, and this time they're going to have Blake Cashman, Houston is, as the guy who's got his eyes on Lamar. But here's Gus Edwards.
Remember that dropped interception later in the game. The dropped interception for Houston and the missed field goal in the first half. They loom large.
Who's leading the way also. So a good adjustment there by Todd Monken. They put the ball in Lamar's hands. They come out, they get the easy completions, they start to get a little momentum. They get down in there in the red zone. They run the quarterback keeper that Lamar has been so effective with, and they finish off that drive. So really excellent job after the big return by Devin Duvernay to start that possession.
They're happy to have Duvernay back off IR.
No run game for Houston at all tonight.
Stroud comes underneath, is able to complete it.
Singletary makes a man miss on a catch there.
First down.
Good gain.
Got 7.
Well, we talk about C.J. Stroud and how he manages the pocket, and really much better than any rookie that I've seen. They bring Kyle Hamilton off the edge, and he gets pressure. You see, he gets pushed back into his face, but he's able to navigate it and just get the ball out. And he really, a lot of young quarterbacks start looking at the pass rush. He's not. He's feeling it. He adjusts to it, knows where he has to go with the football, and turns what could have been a really poor play into a
No sacks for the Ravens, but they've gotten a lot of pressure and stopped the run.
Ground game has been consistent.
And another run for a loss for Houston.
Smith got through to make that stop and a loss of 3. Texans just cannot run the ball tonight.
No, and we haven't talked about Roquan Smith much in this ball game, but these linebackers, both Roquan Smith...
Clowney's been stealing all the headlines tonight.
He hits it coming downhill, and Devin Singletary has nowhere to go.
Averaging under a yard per carry on 7 carries, and it's 3rd and 6.
Come on.
Stroud, short.
What a catch!
Sliding catch for the first down.
First down with Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz for 7.
I mean, how many times have we watched C.J. Stroud this year with no run game, and he's had to do it himself? They have a nice gain on first down, nothing on second down, lose a yard, and then he's able to keep this play alive, and a good adjustment there by Schultz to make that catch.
22 pass attempts by Stroud, no sacks in this game yet for the Ravens.
Have 11 rushing yards, Houston. And they're back to it.
There is a toss.
Hey, they got a yard,
Singletary
I think.
much right up the middle, able to get a yard.
It's just a lot for any quarterback, and you always go back and say, especially for a young quarterback, but I mean, he's been impressive throughout. But against this defense on the road and not having any running game take any pressure off of you whatsoever, and every yard you gain is on you and your ability to deliver a good throw. It's asking a lot in this environment.
Second and 9.
Ooh, Clowney.
This is wafted for
It's going to be 3rd and 9. Flag.
far side.
Don't know what it's for.
And the indication is that it's a hold.
On who?
Against the Ravens.
Oh, on the Ravens. Alex, this is a close game. It was 10-10 at halftime. Houston's hanging in there, and they just got a first down by penalty.
Holding. Defense number 21. 5-yard
First down, Houston. It was 10-10. Baltimore came out and scored to start the second half, and Houston's on their first possession of the half.
Well, number 21 right there in front, and
They held Robert Woods. That's holding.
All these guys for the Ravens defensively have had amazing years. But he is one who
Texans have 8 penalties for 50 fucking yards, though. That's what's been. The Texans can't run. They're penalized out the ass.
Stevens does best. Now he gets caught there with the really
And that's what's holding them back. And they got a missed field goal and a dropped interception. Ravens up by 7.
Blocking for Stroud.
Stroud going to run it himself. Got a few yards.
And a gain of about 3, maybe 4 on that first down carry.
Yeah, that was by design. And get Stroud outside the pocket and see if they can't pick up a big gain. Number 2 right here, Robert Woods. That's where he's trying to go with the football. He's going to work the middle of the field. He's got a chance if he were able to deliver it right away. But that's that intermediate area where Bobby Slowick talked about. The intermediate zones are going to be the big plays for us because the Ravens stay on top of the receiver.
And they try to run. And we'll get a first down. Wow! Wow! That's their entire rushing total times 2 on one play.
The former Buffalo Bill, who's been in the playoffs all 5 years of his
That's
career,
crazy.
carries for 16.
Now watch Devin Singletary, and there's just not a whole lot of room, and yet he's got this jump cut and quickness, and he's not very big. He's only 5'7", and so he's able to get behind his offensive lineman. He's hard to locate if you're a linebacker on the opposite side and being able to make a play, but that's the best run he's had tonight.
That'll increase the rushing total.
Yards all game before that 16-yard
And a trick play here. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. I don't know about this one. Yeah, it didn't work.
loss on the play.
That was a lot of time to get absolutely nothing.
Guy there, but that did not fool the Ravens at all in a loss of 4.
Ravens are such a disciplined defense. It's hard to get one over on them like that.
With blockers in front of him, I asked Bobby Slowick when we talked to him last night, did he have anything up his sleeves in order to give them an opportunity for a play? He said, really, only in the trick category department because they're so good defensively. That was one of those trick plays, and the way that thing was unfolding, they're fortunate that all that happened was they lost 5 yards.
Play clock ran down again, but they got the snap, allegedly. Ooh, into traffic, incomplete.
Collins broken up by Marcus Williams.
Hey, Marcus Williams, I remember him. Minneapolis Miracle.
Great play by Marcus Williams.
Didn't tackle Stephon Diggs. What a great day that was.
Had an opportunity.
The most hyped I'd ever been for a team I didn't care about.
Down year, but he's been playing through a torn
Just because they were playing the Saints.
He's out there battling through a significant injury. He makes a big play on the ball in that play.
It's 3rd down and 15.
Third and 15.
Protection
Up
breaks
to
down.
Schultz. He's got to make a man miss. Oh, they're going to have to punt.
4th down. Gain of just 2.
That's disappointing.
Patrick Queen got in there, was the first guy to make the stop. Punt team comes on for the Texans.
Yeah, just pressure throughout. 4-man rush. You see that, this offensive line for Houston is not a great offensive line. A lot of the protection that they've been able to get.
I think Schultz is a little pissy about getting hit in the knees there.
More result of the scheme and the way that they do things offensively, but Baltimore.
Ooh, that's pretty
excellent
far.
on that possession of getting after him.
A punt by
Got the Ravens inside the 10.
Inside the 10 by D'Angelo Ross. These two have been going at it all night. Schultz and Queen, Texans and Ravens. Baltimore up 7.
What is with the shitty music they play? Ozzy, will you knock it the fuck off over there? Miss my old headset. Still kind of works, but I'm not using it. And we're back.
In this half, they lead by 7. Their worst starting field position is right here, right now, from the 7. 6.5 to go in the third.
And I'm putting the headset on for the first time this game because I'm tired of leaning over to talk. I can't help but cheer for Houston. Not a good start. 9-yard run for Gus Edwards.
One of the better runs we've seen from Gus Edwards tonight as well. It's been all Lamar Jackson when they've had the success, and really when they've been able to score, it's been because of what they've been able to do on the ground with Lamar Jackson. This time they're backed up, and they get the ball to Gus Edwards, and that's a great start to this drive.
There's a night for Edwards. The Ravens overall over 6 yards per rush. Toss to Edwards.
And a first down.
It's a first down. The Ravens have certainly struggled in the postseason in recent years. 2018 season, they lost a wild card game to the Chargers.
You know you struggle in the playoffs when you lose to the Chargers and the Titans and the Bills, if we're being honest.
Win over Tennessee, didn't make the playoffs in 21, and last year lost their wild card game to the Bengals with Lamar Jackson injured and Tyler Huntley, the starting quarterback. First down at their tie 1.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Big gain for Bateman. I think the Ravens might be able to pull away here for good.
Well, that's what time in the
Texans gave them a good scare for the first half, at least.
There's pretty good coverage in the secondary by the Texans.
Can't count anything until they get in the end zone, though.
He's covered. There's nowhere to go, but Bateman keeps going, and because no one then is threatening Lamar Jackson, you just can't ask these cornerbacks and safeties to maintain coverage for that long without somebody getting open.
21-yard completion, the longest of the
Woo!
Flowers.
Flowers like a chicken with his head cut off, not knowing which way he wanted to go.
Gain of 5. Yeah, Derek Stingley, as we mentioned, he's been going with Flowers throughout this game. It doesn't always mean that he's locked up, depending on what the route is that he runs, but
Ozzy.
he's kept Flowers pretty much in check throughout this game. They finally are able to get him the ball, but just, not really anywhere to go after the catch.
Second down and 5.
And they get the Ravens to a third down at least.
Down by Cashman, a gain of 2. Third down coming up.
Starting to lean on this run game a little bit more. Strength on
Ozzy.
You've got the number 1 rushing offense in Baltimore going up against the number 2 ranked defense in terms of yards per carry that they've given up. And that's been the biggest turnaround for this Houston defense is what they've done on that side of the ball in run defense. but holding up for 60 minutes against this group is a real challenge when you add Lamar Jackson into that mix. But as this second half wears on, I would expect to see more of that running game.
Stuffed them. 4th down. What do you think the Ravens do here? 4th and a long yard. What do you want? John Harbaugh says go. Now they want to go. Remember when I said they should have went in the first quarter and they settled for the field goal?
He's going to go.
Analytics say go.
Says 4 or less, you go. They bring in Patrick Ricard, their big fullback.
Could be a big moment in this game.
For the Texans to make a stop and give
Need every bit of a yard.
Great opportunity for them. I do not disagree with this decision at all.
They're just across midfield, and they're going to go. Bootleg. Lamar's got it. And more. Making guys miss. I said that first, Joe. Down to the Houston 35. Good call on the bootleg. They're probably going to sell out to stop a run up the middle or stop you going up the middle, so good call.
Getting out there, one of them, a gain of 14 yards on 4th and 1.
Yeah, you're going to see they're able to get Ronnie Stanley over here at left tackle that he initially sets, and then he leads the way. And then you've got the Texans who are trying to make a play on him, and good luck with that. Derek Barnett, he was there, but just no match for getting Lamar Jackson on the ground in the open field.
Stanley was out there, and then Moses was out as well. He's 32 years old, weighs 320 in his 10th
Oh.
year.
Oh, a batted pass.
And after that,
Christian Harris all up in Lamar's business.
pressure here by Harris. And it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the Texans now, they start to bring up the pressure that was so effective to end that first half. You know, they see where Baltimore is and, you know, just really can't get into a game where they're giving up certainly more than 3 points here.
Oh, they blitzed and just got exposed.
First down.
Sadness.
Well, they bring pressure off the edge, and Lamar Jackson reads it perfectly, and then you've got Denzel Perryman. Coverage is not his strength. Still coming out here in the flat, and he hesitates just enough, and that hesitation allows Hill to catch the ball and turn that into a first down.
What do we got?
They have a whistle. They may be making sure that Hill got the first down if he didn't step out of bounds before he picked it up. It was close.
After discussion, the runner was 2 yards short.
Ooh, he was. He did step out at least a yard and a half back.
Troy, you talk about the blitz tonight as you see Hill step out. D'Amico Ryans
Good
has
call on that after the fact.
69% of pass plays. That is the highest percentage he's ever called in a game in his 3 years as an NFL defensive play caller.
Yeah, it's just not a part of what he's done. It's not what San Francisco was about prior to him becoming the defensive coordinator under Robert Saleh, and it didn't become part of what he did when he was the defensive coordinator, and they've continued with that style of defense in Houston, but they had some success after Lamar scored or threw the touchdown to Nelson Aguilar. That's when it picked up. That's when they started putting Christian Harris on Jackson as a spy. They started bringing more blitzes. They got away from it a little bit earlier to start this half, but now they're trying to create a negative play.
And convert.
God, the same damn play again, and the Texans give it up. First down. Same play again.
And Nelson, who was in on the tackle, is slow to get up.
Literally the same play again.
This time they just do it out of a little bit of a different look. We saw previously that Hill was in the backfield. This time they split him out. They motion him down, but the landmarks are the same. The reads are the same for Jackson.
It's a first down for the Ravens. A drive that started at their own
10 plays, 69 yards. Nice.
They've had 4 first downs on their march down the field, and Steven Nelson, who's had a good year, Tied his career high with 4 picks, had 1 here in week 1 in the red zone against Lamar Jackson. Had that head down and bore the brunt of the hit he brought on Justice Hill.
Yeah, that's why they always talk to these players, these defensive players, and try to keep their heads up. But he's really played well this year for this defense. Has had a really nice season.
He will have to check out of the game. 29 seconds left in the third quarter, and Steven Nelson is with his 4th different team, is going to go get looked at. Coming off a game with an 82-yard pick 6 last week. 1 of 2.
Oh, this game had such promise in the first half.
The wild card game, he went 82, and Christian Harris went 36 yards as Bernard Holman comes in to take his spot. He's at the bottom of the screen across from Bateman.
Let me let this run out. They can end the half or end the.
They're going to end the quarter. Offsides. Why would you jump? Why would you jump? You know what they're doing. They were not going to snap that ball. Offsides. Why would you do that? I love D'Amico Ryans. I'm not laughing at his misery, but that was a priceless reaction to that. 17-10. Ravens on the verge of really pulling away here. I am thirsty, so therefore I shall return. All right, dickhead, you want out of the room so bad? Go get. Fourth quarter time. Here we are. I wish I had more comfortable room temperature in here.
Welcome back to the divisional playoffs on ESPN, presented by Intuit TurboTax. Impressive drive being put together by the Ravens. Scored a touchdown last time they had it. Now they're on a 10-play, 74-yard drive, covering 6.5 minutes off the clock. And at first and 5 at the 19. Here is a handoff to Edwards, about a yard short of first down yardage. It'll be second down. Stephen Nelson is going to exit, go to the locker room for a further look. Don't miss him out there. Pretty good pair with he and Derek Stingley Jr. The starting corners for this Texans defense.
Ravens are at 149 rushing yards. And it's a trick play. And it's a touchdown for Isaiah Lockett. That was like a glove. The easiest throw I've ever seen Lamar Jackson make. He faked like he was running to the right, and then he threw it. He just lobbed it over the top. Unbelievable. Now it's going to, I can't help but say it, it's going to be all on C.J. Stroud from here on out. 2 touchdown lead for Baltimore, 24-10. Great second half so far for Baltimore. But I will say they have blown bigger leads than this, so stay tuned. We'll see. The Ravens have blown bigger leads. Do I think the Texans will come back and win? No. Just being real with you. Just being real. God damn, it's really cold outside. The stream has died, just like the Texans' hopes of winning this game, most likely. It's not looking good.
Timeout for our electric play brought to you by Mercedes-Benz. The threat of the run, the threat of the run. You're going to see Lamar Jackson, when he gets it, he tucks it like he's going to keep it, and then pulls up and gets the ball to Isaiah Likely. Pretty good coverage there by Derek Stingley, but you know, when you've got the athleticism of Likely and his size, he just, as they call it at ESPN, he got mossed right there. That's a great job by Isaiah Likely, and they just got the distance between themselves and the Texans that they've been trying to get throughout this game. But it might be
14-23, you need 14 points.
Ravens with back-to-back touchdown drives.
We're going to go right back to commercial. Okay, then. I'm so glad we came back for commercial to show a kickoff result in a touchback and then go straight back to commercial. That's exciting stuff right there. I didn't even get shit to look at on social media during the break. Twitter's boring. Everybody's giving up on this game. What the fuck? Oh. Damn, it's getting windy outside. Wind just knocked my cup over, my empty fucking Bojangles cup. Whoops. And how the hell did my volume get turned back up on my phone? Nobody's listening anyway. It's 24-10 Ravens. Stroud's actually got good protection. Nobody's open. And has to throw it away. Avoids the sack. He's done a fantastic job of not getting sacked tonight. Takes a hit there, but not a sack. Oh.
There is nobody within 10 yards anywhere around him, but Stroud gets flushed outside the pocket right away and just has to unload it. It's just play after play, as I mentioned, you're fighting.
This would be 24-3 if not for a punt return touchdown. I'd just like to remind everyone. Third down. Texans got a punt return touchdown to tie this thing up in the first half and haven't scored since. Timeout Baltimore. They were fucking up the substitutions on defense. I think Patrick Queen came out late.
Texans last week became the first team in NFL history to win a playoff game after winning 4 or fewer games each of the 3 previous seasons. The turnaround has been, basically unprecedented. As they've gotten through the wild card round, and Nico Ryan's the job he's done. Bobby Slowick, the man in that conversation. C.J. Stroud, who led the NFL in average pass yards per game, not among rookies, among all quarterbacks. And he has been held in check tonight. The Texans with 177 total yards, just 146 through the air and nothing on the ground.
Yeah, this has been an offense throughout the season that has been excellent.
Stroud led the league in pass yards per game with 274. Today he's only got 146. Blitz. He's running for his life. No chance. Throws it up, out of bounds, incomplete. 3 and out. Now they'll be down 31-10 next time they see the ball. Although based on the way the Ravens moved the ball in that last drive, Houston may never see it again.
Guys in the middle, they come off the other edge. This time they bring the appearance that they're bringing more rushers than they really are, and it's really the genius of Mike McDonald.
Fake, fake, fake. Just kidding, just kidding.
That confuses an offensive line and a quarterback. They've been doing
Damn, a high punt. Not a great one. Good bounce.
And it's tapped down inside the 25. 48-yard punt. Frustrating night for Bobby Sloan.
Yeah, it's gotten away from Houston here. They got no chance.
For that group, the Ravens defense.
Even if they get the ball back, they can't move it. They can't get a first down. This is good. CJ Stroud can prepare himself for a career of disappointments playing for Houston. Valuable lesson had to be learned today.
Game, 13:30 left. Winner of this game goes to the AFC Championship game against either the Bills or the Chiefs.
Well, good news, Kansas City haters. If Baltimore wins, the Chiefs don't get a home AFC title game for the fucking 85th year in a row. And it looks like we're headed in that direction of Baltimore hosting an AFC Championship game. Have they ever hosted a championship game? When they won the Super Bowl in 2000, they had to go to Tennessee. When they won it in 2012, they went to New England, and they went to New England the year before. So yeah, I don't think Baltimore's ever hosted the AFC Championship game. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong. They went to Pittsburgh one year and lost a championship game. First down for Hill, but a flag. Every bit of help Houston could get here would be very important, obviously. But I don't know. Illegal shift. There you go.
So penalty number 3 to make it 2nd and 6.
Wow, that's Baltimore's third penalty to Houston's 9 penalties.
Tonight activated off the practice squad. 4-10 global running back let go by the Jets, picked up by the Ravens. They cut Melvin Gordon loose. They brought Melvin Cook aboard. I've only seen him for one play that I can remember. didn't touch it.
Yeah, I thought we might see a little bit more of him. They talked about maybe getting the ball to him a little.
And a wide open rush lane for Lamar. And a first down. Got hit down hard, but got the first. And Perryman, who hit him, hurt himself. He hit him so hard.
Well, Jonathan Grenard, he crashes so hard that he makes this a really easy read then for Lamar Jackson. Nobody on the outside to account for him, and an easy pickup.
So they look at Perryman.
Oh, yeah, he went in there and clobbered Lamar.
The Texans do on their sideline. They're looking at his leg. His defense starting to get tired for Houston. Take a break.
Yeah, think about it. They've been on the field basically the entire second half. Oh, the temptation to close my fucking window. Because my entire body is hot except my feet. They're freezing, so fuck, I gotta close the window, I suppose. Yeah, close. I want to get frostbite up in this bitch. Should surprise no one that some people at the Kansas City game last week got frostbite. That's what happens when you're out 10 below zero for 3 hours plus. God, that would have just been unbearable. Oh, good God, you're coming from Asheville? Holy shit. I didn't know you was coming from Asheville. Forget about that. I was going to say, go to the drop-in. They got Powerades on sale. 2 for $4 or something like that.
Back to the divisional playoffs on ESPN, presented by Intel TurboTax. From Baltimore, Maryland, where the Ravens have the first down.
Well, Baltimore's got this game well in hand. The Texans have 32 yards in the second half.
Quarterbacks 2 and 17.
And that's it.
Baltimore
Baltimore's rolled them here. 24-10 right now.
His defense has been outstanding tonight. The offense has shown their usual flashes of brilliance. At times they look like they're just unstoppable.
Yeah, they got that running game, and even at 160 yards in this game, that's a great night.
Toss it to Edwards. Well played by Houston there.
Toss to Edwards, who's back to the line of scrimmage, maybe gets a half yard. Divisional playoff bracket. Our game top left tonight, Green Bay and San Francisco, the 7 against the 1 seed. And then tomorrow in the afternoon, it's Detroit.
Who would have lost a game to a 7th seed? Oh, yeah, the Dallas Cowboys. Imagine losing to a 7th seed.
Buccaneers, and then at night, it's Buffalo hosting Kansas City and Edwards. Get banged up after that.
Excuse me.
That was quite an atmosphere last week at Ford Field. It'll be that much better tomorrow.
Ooh, big run. First down.
First down plus.
Texans are getting ran off the field.
They've had J.K. Dobbins, they've had Keaton Mitchell, Edwards and Hill, and Justice Hill has really found his stride here lately.
He really has, and this offensive line just doing a really good job. Kevin Zeidler, he's been playing in this league a long time. He helps kind of lead the charge, but it's a veteran group. The youngest guy up front is the only guy who ended up making the Pro Bowl, and that's the center, Tyler Linderbaum. Everyone else You've got guys who have 80 starts, 140 starts.
You can tell the Texans are a Texas team because they can't get past the divisional round just like the other team from Texas. Texans have never been to a conference championship game.
And this time between games, 20 days. He told us we need to protect well early to get Lamar settled in. I would say that process took a little while to get this offense settled in. And now we're seeing all that it can do. And with regard to Lamar Jackson, he said this year he's been more of a confrontation with the guys on this team. Not in a bad way, in a good way. He's getting up, he's demanding accountability. There's a lot going on, and a lot of it's good for the Baltimore Ravens. In the 2023 season.
No stopping this run. That's Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook down to the 25. It's more yards than they have with the Jets all season.
Well, Dalvin Cook, he wasn't too thrilled with his lack of opportunities when he was with the Jets. He hasn't had much tonight. But boy, he got the ball, and he was going to make the most of this carry. That's a really good job. He didn't see a hole like that in New York, I promise you. But he's up on the second level before anybody's even around him. You know, this is a fun time in the game for Baltimore. When you get to this point, you got a 2-touchdown lead, you're running the football, and you're just kind of having your way.
Dalvin Cook just went for 21. Now he carries up the middle. The Ravens are over 200 yards. Lisa Salters, what do you have down the field?
Oh, Joe, Dalvin Cook.
Now they're feeding Dalvin Cook.
Jets and flew to Baltimore the very next day. He said being here has been like a breath of fresh air. He's just so grateful to get this opportunity with how things went. With the
If you win a Super Bowl and you only get signed for the playoffs, do they give you like half a ring?
on anybody's terms because they've been putting in the work here all week and all year. But he said any opportunity I get, I'm going to give it everything I got.
Yeah, he only averaged 5 touches a game with the Jets.
Dylan says he'll be here in 10 to 15 minutes.
Offensive line issues.
He didn't miss much in the second half.
This chance behind this group as he gets to
Houston should call timeout here.
60 yard as Bernard made that stop.
Well, they don't.
Well, and the thing about it is, too, Dalvin Cook, it's not like this guy hasn't been productive. He was coming off 4 consecutive 1,000-yard seasons, and, I get it, 1,000 yards isn't what it once was, but it's still pretty good. And he was sure excited to maybe get an opportunity to play here tonight and had a couple nice carries there. I have a feeling that as they move through next week's game and whatever might happen there, we might see a little bit more from Dalvin Cook.
3rd and 7. Put it in Lamar's hands. Oh, missed tackle. And a first down. Flowers. We got an injury. I thought. Oh, no, we had a fight. That's what we had. A near fight. Calm it down, gentlemen. It's almost over. 7 minutes to go. Lamar was down there mixing it up with somebody. Ravens are showing why they deserve to be the 1 seed. In a class of their own in the AFC right now. Ooh, Hill could have scored there if he didn't get tripped up. He knows it too.
Gain of 5 for Justice Hill. John Harbaugh's team has now made it to the AFC Championship since they won it all.
Houston calls their first time out. Another fucking 10-play drive they're on right now. That's like the 3rd one in this half. Like all 3 of their possessions have been, 10 plays or more?
Welcome you inside the broadcast booth, Joe Buck, Troy Aikman. This team is starting to roll. You have that bye week. It took them a little while, but we're seeing why the Baltimore Ravens were the number 1 seed.
Yeah, and I'm not totally surprised. Like I said, when you come in and you didn't play in the wild card round, you are a little uptight because you've worked so hard to get to this point. And then you got the Texans who came off the big win last week. So we saw that early in the game. But As the game wore along, especially here in this second half, we've seen what Baltimore is all about and why they've been really the best team in the AFC, maybe in the league all year long. They've beaten a lot of good football teams, a lot of good teams that made the postseason. Detroit, San Francisco, Miami. And they not only won those games, they dominated those games. This is a confident football team. They can beat you a lot of different ways. And tonight has been an excellent performance by a lot of people.
Ooh, Lamar around the edge. Cuts inside, touchdown. Lamar Jackson has scored every touchdown in this game, running or throwing. He ran all the way into the tunnel. $30-10. And the Texans have been soundly defeated.
2 touchdown passes, and the presumptive NFL MVP has his team pointed to the AFC.
And my presumptive parlay, if Michael got it in, is alive and well after game 1. 31-10 with 6:20 to go.
He's been hearing about that record. 1-3 in the playoffs. He got his deal done. He's been more of the leader and on the field.
Unbelievable. I hope the next game isn't dominated by a 1 seed. Although I'm sure Yuki hopes it is. The fuck? What the fuck?
Fourth and 1, this same play with left tackle Ronnie Stanley, how he leads the way, and Lamar off the play fake comes out, and then he's got a two-way run on Jonathan Grenard, and he goes right up the tunnel, and just an outstanding job.
He did the Forrest Gump. He took off up the tunnel.
They scored 3 touchdowns the last 3 possessions.
Run, Lamar, run.
I don't know what John Harbaugh had to say to them at halftime. He was very calm and collected when he talked to our Lisa Salters. But this has been a different team here in this second half.
Well, let's see if Houston can make this any worse in the next 6 minutes.
10 at the half. Ravens 3 possessions, 3 touchdowns.
Sims trying to make a play on a kick return.
Punt return for a touchdown tonight. The offense for the Texans has been
Thought he put the ball on the ground for a second.
Football games presented by Verizon, headed to Orlando. The Peyton Manning coached AFC faces off against Eli Manning's NFC squad and skills showdown on Thursday, February 1st on ESPN. And the action continues with the AFC against the NFC flag football game and more skills on Sunday, February 4th on ESPN and ABC. On Thursday, before the Super Bowl, the NFL
NFL's brightest stars will be recognized for the best plays and moments in the 2023 season. It's the NFL Honors.
Let's make this last 6 minutes take a little bit longer, refs.
At 9 Eastern on CBS.
Baltimore challenged whether or not they fumbled, right?
Challenge flag was thrown out.
I thought he might have put it on the ground.
The Ravens sideline.
Baltimore is challenging that the runner fumbled the ball and they recovered it on the kickoff return.
I'd like to see another replay.
Sims is able to maintain control. Somebody told Harbaugh to throw the challenge flag. You would have to believe, but they're going to take a look at it.
No, he's down by contact.
Sims is
Who told him to challenge that?
Harbaugh did not win a challenge during the regular season. He's had a great year.
From the first angle when it happened, I thought he had a case, but that replay there is pretty definitive.
I guess at 31-10, you just don't feel like those timeouts may be that important when this thing's all said and done.
Or he wanted me
Why
to
not challenge it?
have a chance to read a 3-page long promo about the NFL honors and
Been doing good on those promos.
After review, the run on the field stands. Baltimore will be charged a timeout.
He is here, yeah.
After review, the runner was down by contact.
After review,
Successful challenge.
why does he talk like this and so slow?
Charge them for a second timeout.
let's look ahead to the honors and the notable offensive rookie of the year candidates. I mean, Puka was unbelievable. Even in the postseason game, the playoff game, the wild card game against Detroit.
Like Detroit has two of the Rookie of the Year candidates on their offense.
C.J. Stroud with what he did through the air, protecting the ball, leading a team. He's got to be.
Yeah, no question. And I don't know why we're surprised that Peyton's here. You know, the guy's everywhere, isn't he?
Yes.
I'm disappointed there was no Manning cast for this.
Here is Stroud out to his right, chased by Jones, incomplete. And this Ravens
Stroud's going to get himself hurt here in this last 6 minutes.
let up in a 21-point game, second and 10.
You look like you got Millette a little bit banged up. Or no,
Darby.
that's the last thing you want to see.
Darby comes off with
Or
a
Darby, I'm sorry.
arm kind of in a funny position as Ron Yassin takes this.
Rock your scene!
Humphrey out, and again, that's why Darby was getting the start.
Second and 10.
Oh, man. He could have dropped that in the bucket to Dalton Schultz. It wouldn't have mattered at this point. Flag. Once again, let's drag this out. So, he went to Popeyes.
Offense number 69.
This guy was talking very slow, and it was really, I thought he was having a stroke, that referee, when he was talking a minute ago. I was like, dude, he's so slow.
I'm sick of this fucking school. I'm over this guy.
Me too. Texans got just fucking smoked in this half.
You know,
21-0.
they're not letting up. The Ravens aren't, and so the Texans, they have no choice but to start trying to
Yeah, the penalties have been hilarious.
field, and this becomes a dangerous proposition.
I've got kind of burnt out on Popeyes. I can't.
Against the Texans, a team playoff record.
3 months, probably.
Yeah. Well, from the looks of it, every time I go by there, same as everybody else, nobody's going to Popeyes anymore. I think we might lose our Popeyes. Nobody fucking goes there, and they cut their prices because nobody was going there.
It's third down.
Every day I pass by there during my work shift, and I'm like, yep, nobody's at Popeyes. Oh, for God's sake. Enough already! If it gets cold, let me know. I'll shut the window.
Crowd noise here in Baltimore.
Full start.
False start. Offense number 78.
Yeah, unable to handle this crowd.
Yeah, the Raven.
Cleveland Whiteman's always had a
Not like Jerome Boger did. False thought. Offense. When he fucking screwed Atlanta,
77
When he screwed Atlanta against Tampa Bay, I was just ruthless on him for the rest of the year. I'd be like, no false start, offense number 75. Oh, I let him have it. If he'd had a Twitter account, I'd have cyberbullied him, and I'd have got banned from Twitter. Because I was talking shit about that motherfucker every chance I could get. Because, oh man, the Falcons are down by 2, and they sacked Brady to get the ball. Roughing the pass, defense number 97, and all Grady Jarrett did was hug Tom Brady. Roughing the passer, first down Bucks, they win. All we were going to need is a field goal to beat them. Falcons aren't allowed to beat Tom Brady. Man, we're getting Belichick. I wish Brady was still playing. I wish Brady was still with the Bucks. We'd kick their ass twice a year. Welcome back, Cowboy. You coming back tomorrow? Games ain't till 3. Yeah. Saw where they weren't going to show or let people in for the qualifying races for the Clash, and people freaked the fuck out, and now they're letting people in for free. We could fly to LA and go to the qualifying races for free. Nope. Probably just Uber everywhere. Why is Lamar Jackson still in this game? Lamar Jackson MVP highlights. Hell, this is Houston's best play. Yeah, the false hope. Then they missed that field goal that would have given them a 13-10 lead, and I was like, They can't run the ball. I keep having to open and shut my window because the temperatures in here are so extreme that, and like right now my entire body's hot, but my feet are freezing fucking cold sitting right here with the window open. Oh, I thought I had it open. Well, I guess it ain't got hot in here again yet. Before this, yeah.
So right now, him and CJ Stroud have the same amount of playoff wins?
For the next 4 minutes and 53 seconds, yes.
I expected this, but I wanted it to be different.
The Texans will make the trip back to Houston.
I feel the same way about the next game. I want it to be different, but I think I know what it's going to be. Oh, 49ers Packers is the next game.
I thought you meant AFC.
Oh, AFC, I take Buffalo to win that, I guess. But I'm not entirely confident.
I'm all in on the Packers tonight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Tom Brusco. I'm all in on it.
Remember,
the Packers team is going to be, you have to have that one first ever 7 seed to make a Super Bowl or make a championship.
and just to make Aaron Rodgers look bad.
That is this Packers.
And everybody will fucking pile on Aaron Rodgers like they did Belichick after yeah, you were never good. You were holding them back. Dylan, Bill Belichick was never good. He only coached a top 10 defense for like 17 out of the 20 fucking years Tom Brady played there. Oh, the Giants when they won those 2 Super Bowls, yeah.
No, I was going to say Browns.
And they made the playoffs after being garbage until he got there. Remember that time he went 11-5 with Matt Castle, who literally hadn't touched football since high school?
I actually do.
Yeah. Then they went 11-5 with Mac Jones. 2008. Yeah. Oh, well, they only won 11 games with Matt Castle. Yeah, and then Brady came back the next year and they only won 10. And got whooped by Baltimore 34-3 in the playoffs. Yeah, that's what Brady did for you. Nobody's talking about the Bucs being better with Baker. Have you noticed that? Nobody's talking about that.
What pisses me off about this game is not
Yeah. The stars have aligned for the Ravens, that's for sure. Dalvin Cook doing that sad veteran thing of, well, I'm going to bounce from team to team and get picked up in time for the playoffs and be like, yay, I won a Super Bowl, even though I only played 2 games. Devin Hester tried to do that with the Seahawks, and then Atlanta beat the dog shit out of him. Hester was a free agent all year, and the Seahawks signed him just for the playoffs.
John Harbaugh has put together such a resume here with the Ravens. I know you have talked in games past when we've had Baltimore that from the top down, from Steve Bishop,
Riding with my top down. So I've been playing GTA 4 a lot today. Yeah, give Dalvin Cook the ball when it's really obvious they're going to run, so he has no chance to do anything. Yeah. I think it should be up to the team that's losing. If the team losing wants to be like, all right, it's over.
They wouldn't say it in the playoff game. Their fans would be fucking
Right. No matter what, right?
They'd be like, man, we could have lost 31-17.
But if somebody gets up like fucking 48-16 with 5 minutes left, yeah, all right, let's just stop. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if the Cowboys are the kings of garbage time, you know they wouldn't give it up. Nobody's better when the game is not in the balance than Dak Prescott.
This game is big for Baltimore fans, I think.
Yeah.
The win, and winning like that, that's pretty big.
Well, at least we know
I despise Baltimore.
Kansas City's not going to back into a home AFC Championship game New England style, are they?
Don't matter.
Yeah. Whoever wins tomorrow is going to Baltimore. So I'm sure both of them are disappointed that Baltimore won.
I think Buffalo's at the better chance.
I'd take Buffalo, but they're hurting on defense. They're missing 5 starters and 3 backups.
But I'm
That's
be honest
rough.
with you, dude. The Ravens' defense right now is saving them.
Yeah. God, them sandwiches smell good. I ain't hungry or nothing, but fucking Popeye's chicken sandwiches smell really good.
I ordered a spicy one, and I got another one that's something new, and I done forgot what it was. Because the first one I ate was plain as fuck. I was kind of mad a little bit.
Got these. Still no pickles. I'm gonna kick your butt tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your butt. That's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm all in Packers tonight. I was kind of 50-50 on this game.
Don't tell Yuki that.
Because I'm biased towards the Texans. Because I despise the fucking Ravens.
I can't help but cheer for the team that's not expected to win.
But tonight, I'm all in Packers. All in.
Well, they made a fan out of me last
Dude,
week.
I would give anything to see a fucking Packers-Lions championship game. That would make my whole life. I'd be like, dude, you know I witnessed a Lions-Packers.
Tomorrow I'm conflicted. I want the Bucks to win so I can say, gee, look at that. Baker doing what Brady couldn't last year with the same goddamn team. Look at that. But nobody wants to talk about that. The Bucks are better this year with Baker than they were with Brady, and it's the same goddamn team, basically.
Badass fucking playoff run, too.
And they have no running game, and they're still better. The Bucks have no fucking running game, and they're still better this year than they were with Brady last year. But nobody's talking about that. Barry McCockiner casually, he posted a video for his predictions for this round. He was talking about, just on the experience, I got to give the edge to Tampa Bay. You know, the receivers, Godwin and Evans, they're used to carrying subpar quarterbacks to championship runs. I was like, you damn right.
Is that SVP?
Yeah.
Awfully impressive second half of football, gentlemen.
That's exactly what it's been.
He looked like he's about to rob a 7-Eleven.
Coming from Justin Tucker.
So you're working at a rent-a-center?
Seven-time Pro Bowl kicker,
Yeah.
best field goal percentage.
What, is it laid back? Is it easy going?
I got promoted to assistant manager. I literally sit at a fucking computer and call people.
Do me a favor and keep that job, and if I ever have to leave the home, I'll start commuting to work with you. So, if you're a fucking manager, dude, we could run the place. Because I imagine rent-a-centers don't get busy.
$18 an hour. You know what I done today? Not a motherfucking thing. Call people.
I don't do shit at my job
You know
either.
what happens when you call people nowadays? Your call has been forwarded to a call the next person.
My job, I play my Switch a lot. That's about all I do. I don't get paid $18 an hour, but it's nice. Well, it's like that. Maybe it ain't much, but it's hard work. That game pissed me off because 49ers-Packers was getting ready to start that night. And it's like, I got to miss the start of 49ers-Packers because this fucking game went to double overtime. There's Peyton. Look how big his fucking head is.
That kid with the Lamar jersey just looks like a man. Just straight up looks like
I think it might be.
Lamar Anthony Manning.
There's the possible next head coach of the. It's either Harbaugh or Belichick for the Falcons. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Belichick. So I can recall he ain't shit without a quarterback. Like that's not the same for literally every other head coach in fucking history. Chuck.
Y'all will have like the best defense ever.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. We ain't had a good defense in 30, 40 fucking years. So yay.
Y'all gonna be like the Texans did. From garbage to like, okay, we're pretty good.
Talking about the city of Baltimore.
Oh,
You give it to Baltimore.
that's a wrap. Victory formation coming up.
With the return, got it knocked out.
Oh, they say Houston's ball. Just say it's Baltimore's ball and be done with it. Runner fumbled the ball and recovered it.
Malik Harrison knocked it out.
I think right now is the only time in my life that I wish the Texans would score, onside, score, onside, get both the twos, score again, 34 to 32, and they don't get the 2 point.
It was certainly close. It didn't look initially like he would have had a chance to recover it.
Go home. It's 34 to 10 with a minute and 50 left.
Somebody's about to get hurt for no fucking reason.
Baltimore pulled their starters.
They're running the ball.
Baltimore pulled their starters. There's no Patrick Queen or Roquan Smith or Clowney out there, so they pulled all their guys.
If you go back just for the Ravens, Troy, in 2018,
Turned into a preseason game for the last minute and a half.
rookie Joe Flacco was hurt. Jackson took
Texans
over.
are on the reverse side of what
6
they
of
did
7.
Hey, man, Belichick ain't shit without a quarterback. You remember Harbaugh was about to get fired Flacco's last year? They were pretty much like, yeah. Yeah. I wish. I don't know, because Matt was pretty slow as last year he played with the Colts. But they were just bad. The Colts were just garbage. Matt Ryan's better than Flacco, and Flacco did some good shit this year.
And then get in there and be like, all right, we're going to bring Matt Ryan back. We need somebody with that veteran sportsmanship to teach our guys. Because Belichick's not going to be here long, so Matt Ryan, you're not going to be here long.
I say Belichick's there if it goes really well 5 years, because he's 73 now. Maybe 5. Yeah. If it goes well, I think it will. 3 years. I think it just depends on if they win or not.
Rightfully so.
Let's hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
This is a big win, but there's a lot more left, and he knows it. So they'll feel good about this. And
Oh, I'm so goddamn jealous of the Baltimore Ravens. It fucking pisses me off. It's got to be an AFC tournament. I imagine this is how you felt when the Panthers was fucking badass. But you were like, dude, fuck this.
Do you not remember how much I rooted against the Saints when they played the Vikings that one year and the Rams the next? And those were like the 2 greatest days of my life. The Ravens didn't choke in the playoffs for the first time in a decade.
They They got one game.
Well,
If they win the championship game, I think nobody can stop them.
I've been saying that since they
If they
whooped.
make it to the Super Bowl, they'll win.
The night they beat the 49ers, I said, oh, yeah, if nobody takes them out, they're going to go win it. And then they blew the Dolphins out by 45. Yeah. So those two games there sold me that this was going to happen all along. Odell Beckham's the Tom Brady of wide receivers, carried by great teams to fucking championships. Late past his prime, getting carried by a really good team.
You know who I was honestly thinking about that? Nelson Aguilar. I was like, he was with the Eagles when they won.
Yeah, he was.
I was like, you were the best receiver they had, pretty much.
Well, Alshon Jeffrey. Remember, he was there. Yeah. We'll be back at 8:15 or whatever.